it wasn't your place to ask such a question.
No, but I'm not used to this kind of behaviour from him. This is the second. The first time wasn't like that. The
Yeah,
second
but then
time it's like.
Shouldn't it be like a concerned, like, Brent, are you okay? No, what are you doing?
That's my killie, man.
Clearly, you guys understand each other anyway. But good morning, people. It is Thursday, the 9th of March. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And we're just going to go ahead and introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Morning, people. Let me find this tweet and retweet it. You lot do it as well. Share it. Where is it? Share it. Found it. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Friday Eve.
Friday.
Who am I? Oh.
I said, who am I?
I was thinking, what do I say? Martin Royalty here with you. How are we doing today?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Woke up in an all right mood, but my view disappeared, so I don't like that.
Your who?
My view.
View of what?
My skyline.
Okay.
I've got a view of the skyline when I look out my window. I can see like the city and shit.
So where's it gone?
It's gone. It's fog. Bad weather.
Oh, I was thinking, what are you talking about? I thought you meant something else, you know.
What do you think I meant?
No, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought you had some kind of private views, and you're talking about that being gone. Yeah, it was, I don't know. My brain is not really working today. Today's weather is very much stay in bed type of weather.
No, I put it on my thing. It's creepy because it's got like big. I can see like big skyscrapers and that. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, they're close and that, but sometimes you go out there and they're just gone. Like it's just gone. It's just a fog. It's just like.
Does it even make you?
If you know it was there.
That's what I was gonna say. Does it make you question whether it was there in the first place?
Sometimes you're like, is it there?
Did I make that up?
No, but it's there though.
It was there.
Yeah, it looks nuts. But yeah, man.
It's good.
Cool. Ready for the world? What about you?
I don't know. I'm having a funny day, so I think we can make this a quick show.
Yeah, funny day. It's only 8 o'clock.
I know. My alarm went about 5:30. My day was really funny. So imagine how I feel.
Okay.
Yes, I've been off for about 3 hours, I would say now. Yeah, more or less. But yeah, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's just get into the show.
All right, come on, let's do it.
That happened to me one time when I was recording my pod, yeah. But it was annoying because it happened like 3 times within one podcast. I want to cut my lip off.
You cut your lips off, yeah. Just sell them.
I was like, oh my God, like it was horrible. It's horrible. All right, guys, our first headline. So Jeremy Hunt is preparing to use the budget to reinvigorate investment with tax relief. Jeremy Hunt is preparing to use next week's budget to repel mounting criticism of Britain's faltering status as a global hub for business, including new tax reliefs to encourage companies to invest. Business leaders and some Conservative MPs have called on the Chancellor to soften the planned rise in corporation tax from 19 to 25% to allay growing fears over the health of the British economy and faltering levels of company investment. Bosses and the Labour Party have warned that Britain is falling down global league tables and furious lobbying in the run-up to the budget, with companies urging Hunt to offer fresh tax breaks to replace the super deduction, a 2-year scheme offering firms 130% relief on productivity-boosting investments. Hunt is understood to have dusted down the results of a consultation launched by Rishi Sunak last year while he was still Chancellor, which set out a range of options for replacing the tax break when it expires on the 1st of April. Options include full expensing of company investment, which would allow qualifying expenditure to be written off in the year it is incurred. However, the Treasury has estimated it could cost £11 billion a year. Business leaders had been left with the impression that the Chancellor planned to defer major changes on corporate taxation until later this year. However, the move to offer some relief at next week's budget comes as the government faces mounting criticism of its economic management and Britain's status among global firms. Sir James Dyson, the inventor and entrepreneur, has attacked the planned rise in corporation tax. Several top UK companies have also separately moved to float their shares on the US stock exchange, shunning the London market. And our next headline is about Suella Braverman. Suella Braverman must apologise to civil servants for accusing them of blocking efforts to stop small boat crossings, a union leader has said. An email to Tory supporters signed by the Home Secretary accused civil servants of being part of a left-wing activist blob with the Labour Party. Number 10 said Ms. Braverman did not see, sign off or sanction the text, but FDA Union Chief Dave Penman said she should withdraw the insulting message and apologise to her staff. He said officials at the Home Office were livid at being accused of political bias and worried that this kind of incendiary rhetoric could make them a target for protesters. The government has blamed Conservative Campaign Headquarters, CCHQ, for sending the email without getting it signed off by the Home Secretary. CCHQ said it was now reviewing its internal procedures. A government source said civil service leaders acted quickly to raise and address this issue, and Ms. Braverman thanked Home Office staff on Tuesday for their work on the illegal immigration bill. The email was sent out by CCHQ on Tuesday to promote Ms. Braverman's plans to stop migrants arriving in the UK on small boats. It said, "We tried to stop the small boat crossings without changing our laws, but an activist blob of left-wing lawyers, civil servants and the Labour Party blocked us." In a letter to Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Mr. Penman said the statement was factually incorrect and a direct attack on the integrity and impartiality of thousands of civil servants who loyally served the Home Office. This cowardly attack on civil servants whom the Home Secretary knows are unable to publicly defend themselves also risks further stoking tensions over a matter which has previously resulted in violent clashes with protesters, said Mr. Penman. He accused Ms. Braverman of breaking the ministerial code, which states that ministers must uphold the political impartiality of the civil service. The Prime Minister's official spokeswoman said the Home Secretary did not see that email before it went out. She had a lot of words to say, didn't she? And our last headline in the segment is about the NHS legalises controversial TikTok drug to help with weight loss. This is what our topic of the day is going to be based on. An injection that helps you drop weight has been approved for use in England by the NHS. The jab, popular in the US, is traditionally used for diabetes, but has soared in popularity due to Hollywood A-listers rumoured to be using it to lose weight. The drug, which will be marketed under Gove in the UK, works by suppressing appetite, so patients eat less. It is delivered using a weekly injection for a maximum of 2 years. It can reportedly help patients drop 10% of their weight alongside nutritional and lifestyle changes. Semaglutide is also found in diabetes medication, Ozempic, but Wegovy is specifically geared towards weight loss. The drug has come under fire for the sometimes misleading claims made by users. Doctors have emphasized that patients must make dietary and lifestyle changes to lose weight alongside using the drug, and it is not a miracle cure. Users have reported that the drug makes food repulsive to them, reported The Guardian. There are even Ozempic shortages in the US due to its popularity after it was rumoured it is used by some celebrities. All that being said, let's get into what you're saying.
So, drugs that help with weight loss. I said it makes the food repulsive. There's that.
I like it better. I keep eating.
When you're on it, then all food is just nasty.
Yeah, you just don't have the appetite. Your appetite's suppressed.
No, but if you're saying it makes food like repulsive, so what are you gonna eat?
You just wouldn't eat.
Whatever.
Well, if the drug wears out, then you'll be fine. It's like like when sometimes when women are pregnant, any food they see or smell, it literally puts them off it. And some women struggle to eat, or like say that they eat stuff, they can't keep it down. You just put off it, but it wouldn't be like all foods. It only certain kind of things.
It's not like it can't target certain foods, isn't it? If you're saying it makes food repulsive, then it's like, also what, you just like drink protein shakes or something? I don't know. That sounds weird.
I don't think it makes all food. I think it'll be like, say you're having prawns, that can make me feel sick. But say Brendan's having rice and chicken, I could be fine with that. You just don't know what you're going to be repulsed by.
What kind of drug is this?
I'll be honest, I take it.
Prawns, you know? Okay.
I take it. If it's going.
All right, so we can unpack this. You're like a gym babes as well, innit?
Yeah.
Do you think it's important that, like, okay, it's saying like, why do we care if someone cheats, like, to reach their fitness goals quicker? Do you think it's important that they have to put in the work and it be, like, authentic, or does this matter to you?
I think that we glorify struggle in every area of society. And I think that we classify it as cheating because someone hasn't worked hard. So you feel like they haven't earned it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Do you get what I mean? Some people just want to look good. They don't want to do the work to look good.
Well, you say some people say they haven't earned it, but it's like the people that pay for their body and stuff like that. I mean, they earned it in a different way.
Yeah, definitely earned in a different way, but it's not in the way that the gym heads want you to earn it.
But a lot of these people can't even be trusted nowadays. A lot of these people are giving out gym routines and dietary things and all that, and they're doing stuff.
Do you know what it is? I don't mind if people do whatever they want to do. I feel like a time might come in my life that I might have surgery. I don't know. You never know what you can't. This I can't say never with, right? So I personally don't care. But what I have an issue with is when you get surgery, then you become a gym guru, and now you're releasing ebooks and telling people how to squat for a bum.
Yeah,
you didn't squat for a bum, so you close your mouth. I don't like. Yeah, that's what I don't like. I don't like the fraudulent side of it. But aside of that, I just think do what you want to do in it. Like everyone operates differently. If there was a guarantee that I would not die yet, and like the recovery wasn't as difficult as I know that it is, I'd get lipo. I'd cheat. I'd quote unquote cheat.
Would you feel the same? Say like in the reverse, or not the reverse, or whatever. But like, say like for a man that's, but
like calf implants.
No, that's like muscular and that. Yeah. Well, thing. Obviously, you appreciate it. Would you like appreciate it less if you knew that they was on like steroids or something?
No, because if you know what is my thing is that with surgery anyway, yeah, you can get as much surgery as you want to. If you don't put in the work to maintain it, you're gonna go back to your default setting. Do you get what I mean? So I like the people that get surgery and they carry on going to like the gym and they build that lifestyle to maintain what it is that they've got. Yeah. Because some people feel like they can get a BBL or whatever surgery and they just keep eating like
gym and then they just put on weight.
And now you're worse than what you look like the first time. Do you get what I mean? Because now you're like SpongeBob with just hips. It's worse. Do you get what I mean? So I wouldn't mind. I feel like it still takes a level of work to maintain. Obviously, I will have more respect for people who start from the bottom. Yeah. Like, do you get what I mean? But me personally, I could care less, man.
I don't think it matters.
Personally, I don't think. I think the only issue, like I know that even Gina said as well, was that it's when you get surgery and then you start selling people a false narrative. And you tell them, oh, you can look like me, but then they can't because you got surgery to look like that.
In life, we're always looking for shortcuts and things.
This is it.
So how come when it's in fitness, it's a problem?
Can we think about it? They're working smarter, not harder.
That's what I'm saying. People always. That's the aim of people's lives. What they're doing, it's like trying to find shortcuts to make things easier, innit? Mm-hmm. So if this is thing there, what's the problem? Do you think? Oh no, is it going to be expensive? Is it because? Is there something that maybe some people can't afford it or something?
With the medication? I feel like the medication will be expensive for people who want to use it for cosmetic purposes. I feel like if it's for the illness, then it would be what it is, like of a medication. Because I feel like people who want to use for cosmetics are going to have to buy it like... Because you're not going to go to your GP and say, hi, I'd like to lose some weight because I've got an audition next week. Do you get what I mean? So they're going to have to start selling on the black market. And that's what's going to make it expensive. But then that's also dangerous.
This racing where everybody's being all health conscious and stuff like that. Everybody wants to lose weight. If there's something that's healthy enough or like safe enough and legal to help people lose weight, I don't see why anybody would.
I would do it because
care. But even that care that people are doing that. Why would you care? Like if you taking this pill, just another different diet plan. It's the same thing as you telling me you're going to drink juice. You're only going to drink juice or
then fitness teas.
Or you can only drink the tea or you can only eat like no carbs or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. It's just like, okay, that's your thing. Your one, you take this pill.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree. Because I feel like, honestly, if it was offered to me, I'd take it.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But then I also know that I don't want to take shortcuts because my thing is more... My working out is more of a building discipline.
So if you took that, what would it mean to you then? Like
It would be from a vanity point. And I don't want to feed into that because my body dysmorphia, I feel like it wouldn't help that, basically.
You're saying it's only for vanity?
If I took it, I would take it for vanity purposes.
Yeah, but you work out not for vanity purposes. So if it's going to help you, if it's going to help you get your results quicker, why is it vanity?
Yeah, because I'm not working out for results. I'm working out for discipline. I'm working out to stay healthy and for discipline purposes. Do you get what I mean?
Okay, I'm with you.
So I haven't been to... Well, I went to the gym Tuesday, but I haven't been to the gym. I wasn't at the gym for a week. And that was because I was relying on my motivation, not discipline like I usually do. Discipline is why I show up at the gym all the time. Do you get what I mean? So if I was to take something that made me lose weight, I'm still gonna have the same issues because do you get what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
still gonna have the same issues because again, I'm still not disciplined. I've just taken a shortcut, but then also, what else is it? For healthy reasons as well. Like working out is a healthy thing to do. It helps me health wise anyway. So you get me? So my problems are still gonna be there. I think if you're someone who you are going to the gym for a snatch waist, that is your ultimate goal. If you can reach that goal quicker, why not? I don't see why they wouldn't. Why you shouldn't, or why you wouldn't take it.
I heard that was grown when you said you go into the gym because of your discipline, not your motivation.
Yeah.
I need to go there because of discipline because I've been waiting on my motivation.
And I'll be waiting forever because there's a lot of things I'm not motivated to do. Me coming here every day, me waking up at the time I wake up every day, none of it is motivation. I don't want to do nothing. I woke up today, I did not want to do anything. But again, discipline, do you get what I mean? So if I was to take a shortcut, even if that's why I wouldn't, even surgery, again, that's why I said I can't say never because if I say I had kids, for example, and the fat is not shifting despite me doing shifts in the gym, I will get surgery. I haven't got time for that. But if I'm working out and stuff, discipline is really my goal.
I hear that. But I don't think I'm not disciplined. I work on the fly too much. I can go off. You know what I'm trying to say?
I can go off.
Yeah, any given time, just depending on how I'm feeling. I don't think I'm that good disciplined. So even for me to get up in the morning, I need to be motivated.
See.
More than discipline. I can't just be disciplined. I need to be motivated because if there's no motivation to do it, then I'm just not going to do it.
There's a lot in life that does not motivate me. Like nothing. There's so much in life that doesn't motivate me. I don't actually know what it is in life that motivates me. You know.
What are you saying?
I actually don't know. I'm not very connected to this world.
What motivates you, Brent? What motivates me? Seeing other people work and be successful and stuff like that motivates me to do stuff.
Yeah, but I can't even rely on that because that's their story, not mine.
Yeah, but it's not like their story. It's the
Like
process. It's the work ethic.
Okay, yeah.
It's the maybe kind of. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. But I find that for me, that because to be fair, I do like when I see people achieve stuff and whatever, it does motivate me, but it's very, very fleeting. It's very, very temporary. That's not like seeing Kevin Hart do what he does, seeing Viola Davis do what she does. Heck, seeing Gina achieving amazing things is not enough to get me every single day.
I've thought about flirting with podcasts and content and stuff. When I went on tour with 3 Shots, I knew I was going to make a podcast.
Okay.
Like when I walked on the tour, when I walked out on stage with them and done the tour and done the different cities and see what was going on, I knew I was going to do a podcast.
Yeah, all the girls scream. So that's a bit me.
Can't confirm or
That is
deny
a bit.
those reports. You know what I'm saying?
So what? It was the love that you saw them getting that motivated you?
Nah, it was the
bitches screaming.
it was this was a real thing. It was the fact that people come out of their house, spent money, they put bums on seats. This is a real thing, if that makes sense. Like, does that make sense?
What was it like, the rapping?
Well, what do you mean?
What motivated you with the rapping?
What
Because the same type of result that you saw with 3 Shots on tour is kind of what it is you got used to when it is that you're rapping, right? People coming out to see you.
I wasn't allowed to perform that much like that. I didn't experience those things a lot. I've performed a couple of times here and there and gone on little tours, but I haven't like done all that stuff. I got more me putting on shows and people coming out to see me for No Behaviour's first proper time I'm experiencing that.
Yeah.
You get me? I never got a chance to do that properly with music.
Okay.
And I think I never had inspirations to be a musician. I started rapping and people told me I was good, and then things developed, and then I saw that as an opportunity, as a viable opportunity to do something other than just be on the streets. And then that's when the motivation came once it developed as it was going along.
Okay, so maybe the opportunity to turn something that you could do naturally into a living.
Yeah.
Is something that you saw in the 3 Shots show, no?
Yeah. Like
Maybe it's the opportunity that motivates you then. Opportunities, hustler.
Yeah, opportunities definitely motivate me, yeah. When I see that opportunity, the thing in my brain go, whoosh, and it's like, oh, I can do that. I can, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you?
I think for me, it's momentum and progress that motivates me. If I also see an opportunity, because I get thoughts, I ideate all the time, right? And sometimes I get too much, I get overwhelmed, right? And I just want to pursue every single spoke that comes into my head. So I take a while and sift through the most viable options. And then I look to see, would this take? And in taking, I see results, I continue.
Yeah.
So maybe the pursuit of success and goal achievement is what motivates me. But it's so hard sometimes to distinguish between the discipline that she mentioned and motivation. I found it also quite inspiring to hear you say that, to be honest, because you can see the difference between discipline and motivation. And you're like, I'm still coming here because I'm disciplined enough to do it. I don't want to come here. But at one point in time, I need that to change from...
See, and I'm not disciplined like that, because if I feel like I don't want to come, I'm not going to come here.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Like,
but you know
I'm just like that. If I feel like I don't want to come, I'm just not going to come.
No, but you know, it's because with me, if I actually went through my feelings, it'd be mad. There's a lot I would not do.
Okay.
Do you get me? So I know myself enough to know that I can't rely on how I feel about anything to not do it. Even things that are good for me. Do you get what I mean? So if I went off my feelings, there's a lot I would not show up for on a daily basis.
That line was cold though. When you said it, when I was reading it, I was like, that sounds serious. Because that made me think that, and I've probably even said it before, and think, I know for a fact I need to work on my discipline. That's something that I know in every aspect of my life, like just the word discipline. If I had more of it, I'd definitely be better off, you get me? And then you say that was sick, and then it's like, you know what? And that's why I ain't gone back to the gym. It's because I've been waiting for my motivation. You get me?
It ain't coming.
It ain't coming. I need to be disciplined and say, nah, I'm falling there whether I want to go or not.
Yeah. But you know what, I think I do thrive off discipline though, more than I would say I thrive off motivation. Like even my growth as a person is something that motivates me. So when I see how far I've come with something or how much I've grown, that motivates me. But motivation is so fleeting for me. So even if this situation, say like you set everything up for me, all I have to do is walk in here and heck, I've got a butler that wakes me up. He makes breakfast for me. I get driven here. I get like everything is set out for me. If I'm not disciplined, I will still not, like that will not motivate me.
And what forms of fashions your discipline then?
What do you mean?
How do you get to that point where you subscribe and abide by your disciplined state?
Do you know what I think is just, I honestly think I've just always been like that. I think how I was raised plays a big part in it, in terms of this is what you're meant to do, you just do it.
So is it just a zombie state that you just do?
No,
Like,
not
how
as
do you mentally move
not as
away
an adult.
from, I don't feel like doing this, to let me just go?
Okay, because I think of why, so it's a breakdown for me. So I would think of why it is that I'm doing it. I feel like when I was younger, it was a zombie thing, because obviously I wasn't raising myself. And you just know that this is what you're meant to do and there's benefits to doing certain things. But I think as an adult, I'm more in tune with who I am. I would say for me, even when I don't want to do something, it's, okay, but why are you doing that? Do you mean? Then I start to break it down of why am I doing this? Okay, because I want to achieve this, or this is what can come from doing this, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm very harsh with myself, I would say as well. Does that answer the question? Like, understanding why I'm doing something is what gets me out of, I don't feel like doing it, but discipline, you have to do it.
So
That's what gets me.
If you can tap into the reason as to why it is that you are leaning into the discipline,
Yeah.
in some place in there might be a motivation spark.
Yeah, because I want to achieve something. But again, knowing that I want to achieve something isn't enough to make me want to do something. I would take days off. Like, I know what I want to achieve with the gym. When I was relying on motivation last week, I knew that, okay, I want to be healthy, I want to be this, blah, blah. But I was like, I don't want to go. So I didn't go. Do you get what I mean? So motivation is just not enough to get me out of bed. It just isn't. Doesn't matter what it is. If you promise me £100,000 every day I show up to something, there's gonna be a day where I'm just like, nah, I don't want to. Like that motivation it doesn't. I'm yet to find something that motivates me and holds me there. Outside of me just wanting to be a disciplined person.
That's funny, yeah, because I think it's the discipline that would push you over the edge. If someone's going to give you 100,000 or something every day to turn up somewhere, that's lots of motivation. But when you've gone there 100 days in a row and you've got all them 100,000s,
Yeah.
the motivation's changing. Now is the discipline's what's gonna have to keep you going, innit?
Yeah.
But it may be to uphold or upkeep what it is that you've achieved whilst there. That's the motivation. Maintenance.
True, but I'm saying if the money if the money that is the motivation, yeah, at some point you're gonna get to a point where it gets capped in it, because you'd have goals in it. If the money's the motivation, you'll get to a point where you're comfortable with the money that you got. So then it's like that can't motivate you anymore.
Do you know what motivates me more? That like I've always known that money doesn't motivate me since when I was younger. That money doesn't motivate me for shit. Because at one point I'd just be like I don't care enough about money like that. But what does motivate me is me growing, is me evolving. Like I always, like who I'm going to be in 2 months' time, I look forward to being that person. And in order for me to get there, I have to be disciplined enough to carry on going to see what she's like. And that, I think that is my biggest motivation.
That's weird, because all I want to do is make money. So money does motivate me, but I'm not led by it either. It's weird. I'm not like materialistic. I'm not led by money. I'm not going to, like, I don't know, but money is though, that's what,
I feel like money is a means to an end, but it's not the end for you. That makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably how you think.
But it's important, man. Need it. How did we get
Yeah,
here?
man. Growth is my biggest motivation.
You say growth, yeah?
Yeah, I would say growth will get me out of bed. Like growth will, like I have like post-it notes on my walls of like different like quotes and stuff like that, motivational stuff, Bible verses, all that kind of stuff. But like I know that growth, I would say growth and discipline, but then discipline also helps me grow. Do you get me? So I would say, yeah, I think growth is my biggest motivation. Who I can become doing something, like what I'm going to be, what the next version of me is. I know
I
she's
like
lit.
building things.
Yeah.
Like with anything, I like building things, you get me?
Yeah.
So that's motivation, like having something to start with, having taken something from scratch and building it into something.
And seeing it become
And
something.
seeing it become something. Those are things that I enjoy doing. And I can take that from real life to puzzles to flat pack furniture. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not enjoy, like I enjoy building shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's, so maybe that's the motivation, seeing something, taking something and seeing it.
It definitely will be. Yeah.
We were talking about drugs.
Yeah, because you actually think about that. Because you always think of how you can evolve with things. Even like with no behavior, you're doing things that you hadn't. I don't know if you thought about them when you started year one, but do you get what I mean? You're doing more this year than you did last year, and next you're gonna do more than. So yeah, that is yeah.
Yeah, and it's
That's
always,
definitely-
I'm always thinking about how I can build it, how I can grow it, how can I make it evolve, how I can change, make it longer lasting. Yeah, and it all speaks to that. Like what Brent's saying, getting opportunities or meeting people, a different opportunity to do different things and saying, oh shit, I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. You get me? Yeah.
Sick.
It's about the journey. We got lost. We're just not talking about drugs anymore.
You did.
So the NHS actually,
Here we go. Let's get back in the car.
so they actually made it legal to take this drug.
They made it legal.
Isn't that what was said from the previous headline before we moved into this?
Yeah, but it's for if
different-
you got diabetes.
Okay, diabetes.
I always say that word. I always say that word weird. Okay. But if you got that, so I reckon that people who want it for like cosmetic purposes are going to have to get on the black market. But I think there's so much danger when people start to get drugs on the black market because you can't verify it.
Them side effects, I don't know, like basically, yeah, what they're saying, how it works, yeah, that whole making food repulsive thing is still fucking with me. I don't understand, because that's not a diet. Like, what do you, what's
That's a diet because you won't eat.
How could surely the pill can't pick what food it's going to make repulsive?
No, but that's the thing. It's a personal thing.
Your hunger, right?
It's what?
I guess it's
No, they're saying it's a hunger suppression, but they're saying the people that's used it have said have reported that it makes food repulsive to them.
Do you know what you do? What you just do, yeah, you take it, yeah, on Monday, then you're repulsed to like Wednesday, then you don't take it to Wednesday, Thursday, you eat then. Friday, you go again.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? Unless the effect stays in your system for a whole week, then boy, you're doomed.
It just sounds.
It is unhealthy.
It just sounds. Yeah, that just sounds wild. It sounds dangerous or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think it sounds wild and dangerous because your mind hasn't ever been living in a state where you want to basically try anything to remove weight from your body.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe.
people have thought of doing wilder things than what this suggests. Starving themselves, putting their fingers in their mouths to
Yeah.
vomit stuff. This seems like a safer bet. Okay, I just look at that like I look at olives and I don't want to eat it. That's not harmful in my head. Unless it is that you factor in, I used to love that a lot and now I want to vomit. But that happens during pregnancy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm just saying the whole process. I'm saying like if I take it and I've lived through that, and then I've gone to bite something and it's made it repulsive, and it's made everything repulsive. Then now this ain't a diet. This is like starvation.
Are you
Like,
saying it's a long-term thing, side effect is what you're saying?
I don't know, but what do I eat then? Even while I'm on it, I get that I'm on it and it's taking my thing. But when you're on diet, you eat in moderation, innit? You very rare. If this made everything repulsive to me, what am I gonna eat?
I haven't read it, but maybe if you have a full square meal in the morning and then you take it afterwards and then you just don't, it's like intermittent fasting, no?
Okay, I can see that.
Because if it is, you normally have the urge to fulfill that hunger crave after you've eaten in the morning, and it takes that urge away from you. It's like me just having one meal in the morning and not eating afterwards. But sometimes the fasting is even harder to basically jump on board with, because it's you want it and you're staving off of eating it. But this is removing that particular.
You don't have to worry about it.
I heard that then.
I might be polishing it up and making it pretty, to be honest. I don't know what the side effects actually has on you, like mad. But
So would you take it if you struggled with weight loss?
I do believe if I am, I've been living in this particular motion of unsteadiness, of not being able to lose weight when I want to lose weight, and it's affecting my confidence, it's affecting my sleep, it's affecting my mental well-being, I would try that in a jiffy. I want to know what the side effects are. If that's what you're seeing the side effects is, then
That ain't a problem.
yeah.
Man said, what about if it was a drug that helped you quicker achieve something that you're passionate about? I'm not against this drug at all. You get me? I just think, I was just thinking about that the actual working process of it. Like, okay, like you take it and now what? And I guess, like you're saying, I haven't been in that frame of mind where I've had them issues with food. So there probably is some people where that's probably the kind of deterrent that they want. Like, no, I need something that's gonna make me, because I can't control it.
And that's why I'm giving my take, because I've never been in that state. So where I sit now, I would never take that drug because I've never lived that experience.
Okay, I'm with you.
But I could possibly see how others might feel this is a godsend, especially if it achieves the results that they're after. What do you think that they're after?
Would you weigh up the risks? How drastic would the risk need to be for you to say no? There's not even like no information on this. Like, have they tested this? Do we know what like the side effects are and all that?
Because they're used in America.
Huh?
It's used in America. So it's just bringing it to the UK now, but it's used in America. The celebrities use it over there. It's used medically.
Yeah, but have they put, like, obviously, like, they're putting it out there. They're putting out there that celebrities use it and that, so it's probably deemed to be somewhat effective and whatnot. But have they said this causes this? This is the side effects is this? Because you see it all the time, especially in America when on them infomercials and that, where they're selling up their drugs and things. They will tell you, they will boom, boom, boom.
Then they'll read it so quick.
At the end, they'll read off the list. Like, this could make
risk of death.
This could make
What
your
do you
eyes
mean?
fall out.
Yeah.
There's instant risk. There's risk of death, and it's like,
You lose all your
teeth. Yeah, it's like
What do you
literally.
mean?
Can you Google, Brent?
I know how to Google. What's the question you ask me?
What's the side effects of
Can
this
you
joint?
Google?
What's the side effects of this joint? Let's see if the risk outweighs the reward. What's it called? No, it's not Ozempic, but Wegovy. Is that what it's called? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wegovy. Let's see if this is really worth the risk.
What's
or
the
not.
hype?
All right, let's see. All right, the main side effects reported by patients during clinical trials were gastrointestinal disorders, including nausea, diarrhea, constipation, and vomiting.
No, you're definitely losing weight, boy.
Oh, that's the only things.
The main side effects.
Go on, this says some of them. This says
Dive
some,
deeper.
yeah, because some of the ones that ain't main are going to be proper dangerous. I bet. They're trying to play
Just
it
the
down.
sight.
They're saying, "Oh yeah, the main ones are just this," but there's
Yeah,
other
it's
little
nausea.
ones that's
Yeah.
not really too bothered. But it's going to be like,
Like one in 100 people lose their sight.
yeah, risk of death, all of that shit.
Mate, there's actually medication that they actually do a whole risk of death. You know.
Yeah,
What do you mean risk of death?
it's supposed to help me.
Exactly. Morning. Yeah, you.
And anything, Brent?
I'm still checking. This is on the spot.
Oh, sorry,
On the
my
fly.
bad.
That's all right.
It's a bit in depth.
Come some drugs to help people lose weight.
Drugs to help. What about just going to the gym? How about that?
Well,
Oh, you're opposed to it. Sit down, get on the mic. Come on.
so get on the mic.
Opposed to drugs.
What? There's a drug out, yeah,
Yeah.
that helps with weight loss. So people dieting, it's legal. It's not, the UK's made it legal. It's whatever the health and safety checks they've done is fine. You can
I think
take.
it's the top bit you move.
The top.
Like that bit.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I'm moving crazy over here.
I bet. You'd have broke it.
Yeah, there's a drug. There's a drug that you can take, and it helps with weight loss. What are you opposed to it? Are you saying? Are you one of them people that are talking about what is cheating? Why don't you just go gym? Does that mean anything to
It's
you?
not even about it's not even about cheating. It's like for every drug you take, you know, there's some stuff in there that you shouldn't be taking, right?
Yeah, I was looking into to see what the side effects of
There's
some of this stuff
and then
is.
like the worst bit about it is they never. Most people don't even look at the side effects. They just
Just take it.
yeah.
But you know what it is though? Even when you go doctors, they tell you, "Oh, don't worry, we'll deal with the side effects afterwards." If you
Nah,
after,
see.
because they never tell you about the side effects. When you look at the side effects, yeah, it's gonna be another illness that you're gonna need another drug
Exactly.
for. Look at that side effect. Like I remember some girl, she had really, really bad eczema, and she was given steroids for it. Sis was just the same height for time. When she tells them, they're like, "Oh yeah, but by the way, that's one of the side effects. You can't grow anymore."
Yeah,
Do you get me?
see?
So that's what happens. They'll give you something and then it affects this organ, and then they tell you it's fine. We'll treat your liver afterwards.
I see a man.
Is that a foot?
All right. So Chinese researchers warn that people who take drugs like Wegovy will experience an enlarged intestine, which is less flexible and more prone to blockages.
Is that a foot though?
That's the
not the
intestine.
foot. That's the
Oh.
intestine. Is that what your foot looked like?
Of course not. Well, when I flew back from Nigeria, yeah, my feet swelled up so bad.
Why?
I don't know.
You get bit or something?
No, but this was on the plane.
Pressure that happens in on the plane sometimes.
Yeah, but it never happened to me. So when I was in the shower, I said, my foot always been this size. You know, you actually forget what you're feeling like before.
How long did it last for?
But I would say like 2 days. You know, actually 2-3
2
days.
days.
Yeah, but that's because I was, you know,
is
I
that a long
didn't
haul
rest
flight?
how I should have.
Do
Just
they-
6 hours, 6.5 hours.
So they don't give you the socks on that, do they?
No, I don't think so. But it's never happened to me before, so I was like, what does this mean? It didn't happen to me on my way there.
That's happened to me before.
So it happened. That was my first time. I said, "Oh, dear, I've got elephantiasis or whatever that thing is called." I said, "My foot." And then
Elon
that's-
Musk
Oh, are they
took
saying Elon used it?
Yep. He
was
credits his
acting a fool now.
spectacular weight loss in 2020.
Yeah, but that's
Is he
that's
white?
that's
Do you
cap.
say is he white?
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't think
Elon
he looks
Musk?
a bit Asian in that picture.
What, in the
First
right
picture.
one?
Yeah.
He
He's
looks
Asian.
stone cold pale on the left. He looks like he's hiding from the sun on the left. Anyhow, I'm not having that. Just because he's claiming that he took it.
No, but they said that it's very common in Hollywood. This medication, they use it a lot. So I wouldn't be shocked that he uses it.
Probably got
Just do what
shares.
Kanye did, man. Get lipo.
A couple of people have done that.
That's
It's
what
just
Drake
them
did
things,
it.
especially in America. I see them people in America, so they've got all these pills that they're on, bare pills that they're on, and I'm thinking, what kind of disease has Donny got to be taking all these pills?
It's mad.
But then when he breaks it down to you, saying like, oh, I had arthritis or something,
Yeah.
and they give me this for my arthritis,
Then it
but
affected
this
my heart.
messed up my kidneys.
Yeah.
So they had to give me this for my
Yeah.
kidneys. But then when I was taking this for my kidneys, it has messed up with my heart.
My liver.
My
And-
liver.
Yeah.
So then now I've got to take this for my liver. So I'm like,
This is why I
You're
was saying this.
screwed.
In this
They-
world, you actually can't fight people because some people are just hanging by the grace of God. Like, they're
then-
walking
and
dead
then once you're in there, you're finished.
You're
You're
finished.
medsed up for the rest of your
for the
life.
rest of your life.
But there's
It's
natural
mad.
stuff though. You can like But mostly, obviously, doctors don't tell people about the natural stuff.
They stopped that because of
It ruins their
because of
thingy.
big pharma and they want to make the money. The
Yeah, the
holistic,
pharmaceutical
all that
industry.
holistic stuff, the natural stuff from like people's not just traditional shit
Yeah.
like Chinese man stuff, Indian man thing. Rare. They used to be like the Yardi man. They used to be on the corners,
Yeah.
like streets and that. You can go to your place, go to your holistic joint and get your little herbs and thing. Rare.
Yeah, there still is. They're not in the corners, but in the shops.
No, but they've shunned all that. They've shut all that stuff down. It's not as rife as it used to be before.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you know
but
what I'm
I
saying?
still-
Like,
I hear
culturally,
you.
like I don't know, like late 90s, early 2000s, and them kind of things. They like that was the norm. You can go to your herb man and pattern up. They're not doing that now. They want everybody to be on the jugs. They just want hardcore drugs.
Yeah,
If, they're
it's
not,
fu- it's
if
just-
it's not them selling it,
the
because
money
remember they
though,
don't want to
innit?
fix you, innit?
Yeah.
Them man there, you can go to the China man and tell you, yeah, drink this tiger paw thing, red it's gonna pattern you up. And some people will swear by certain traditional things, and it fixes them, innit?
100%.
These doctors, they're not here to fix you.
They don't
They're
want
here,
that.
they want to
Yeah.
maintain you sick. They want to keep you coming back. You get me? The pills that they give you are not trying to cure you or not trying to fix
Just
you.
keep you going, innit?
Yeah, they're trying to keep you going so you can keep taking these pills so they can keep making their money.
It's horrible.
So this drug is used for people with diabetes every day. So obviously they've, I guess, found like a quote unquote benefit. So they've looked to port it over to the others.
So the people them that was taking the diabetes drugs for their diabetes, one of the side effects, was weight loss. And then now they try to change it
To make it a
like
weight loss
your
drug.
po- make it a weight loss drug. Positive, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
They tried to double bluff,
Discovery,
man.
innit?
These people are sick.
They tried to double bluff.
These
man.
people are sick. That's it. That's what they've done.
That's horrible, man. That
Yeah.
just tells you about the world you live in, you know. Someone would rather give you something to keep going as opposed to give you the cure. Just because of money. That's crazy, you know.
So explain that to me.
What do you mean?
I hear what you're saying, but explain it to me.
As in, like, there's, as he was just saying, the holistic, the medicine, the natural stuff that can actually cure you. The doctors won't tell you about that. The pharmaceutical companies won't tell you about that. They'd
Okay.
rather give you the little small thing to keep you going. That's
Alright.
not going to kill you.
I thought you piggybacked off of the whole diabetes. And
No,
then
no,
porting
no,
over.
no, no,
You're just
no.
making a separate point. Of
Yeah.
They'd rather keep you weaned on than cure you. Okay, cool.
Because think about it, if they cure you, the pharmaceutical companies
money.
go dead tomorrow.
That's the end of the line. Once you
Yeah,
come in
it's
and you got something,
dead.
you're a what's the word? You're a repeat customer. It's constant.
Yeah, you're
And
a fiend.
The aim
basically.
is not to cure you up and get you off the books.
Yeah.
The aim is to keep you on these books for as long as I can. That's why
keep
they do it
making
when
money out of you.
they do it when they get these kids and then they diagnose them with this and ADHD and they put them on the. They're trying to say, I've got a customer from when he's young. I'm not waiting till he's in his 30s and 40s to get him. I'm going to get him from he's a baby.
crazy.
And he's going to be on meds for his whole life. This is what they're doing.
And do you think that of every single medicine that is offered to you? Do you guys not go to the hospital and take any sort of...
I'll be honest with you. If you saw my kitchen now, I got like a little pharmacy going in there. Not in terms of like,
CMOS and that?
and like whether it's yellow dock or burdock root or bladderwrack. I got loads
Sorry,
of stuff.
don't rush through this. This is very important information. Normally, if it is Emmanuel's here, he might be the one like supporting
Okay.
me. So can you run through those things and why you take it and the importance
Okay,
of
so
it?
one might be for my heart, one might be for my kidneys, one might be for my liver, high blood pressure, hence why I meditate, such. I got like about 15 to 20 different herbs in there in my kitchen now as we
All
speak.
right, sorry. We can continue just now. You said you meditate?
Yeah, I meditate.
Talk to us.
So I'm a
I
naturally...
said us like he's not the only one who wants to know.
Narego horenge cure. Narego
This guy's
horenge
dumb.
cure.
not what you do,
That's
is
not what I do. That's not what I do. This guy's
Narengo
foolish.
horenge
I
cure.
meditate for a few different reasons. I don't know. Are you finished?
Yeah.
Meditating is sick though.
Anyway, I'm a naturally. I don't want to say angry, but I'm a naturally aggressive / angry person. So I can go from 0 to XYZ in a matter of seconds. My thing is this: meditating helps me manifest and keep calm and collective in all circles of life. So I don't, I try not to. Being angry is just not good for you. I think I remember seeing the Hulk talk about something in terms of the Avengers, and someone was asking, "Oh, like,
The
how
Hulk?
do you?" Yeah, just as a reference, as Avengers. No, this is
Yeah, 'cause I was like-
no. This just as a reference. He's basically saying that. He was saying, someone was asking, how do you get angry? Because I don't get angry. I'm always angry. Does that make sense?
okay,
So
yeah.
meditation
Okay.
keeps me like. Yeah,
Calm.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
As opposed to me just wilding out and doing the mad
Absolutely.
thing every day of my life.
So how do you meditate? What's the practice that you do?
I quiet my mind for the first few minutes.
Do you cross your legs?
No, I might. It depends. So when I was younger, I used to get up, cross my legs, such. Now I just be in my bed, lie straight, still, whatever. I quiet my mind for the first few minutes, and then I just start to bring into my mind what I actually want as opposed to what I don't want. You have to bear in mind, throughout your day, your mind races with different thoughts. Some of them thoughts you need, some of them thoughts
I really
just
don't
definitely
want.
don't. Exactly. And you have to bear in mind, like, one positive thought outweighs like 5 negatives or even 10 negatives. So it's about, you know, keeping positive and etc. That's why I need laughing, I need dancing and music throughout my day.
This is sick.
Does
Do
that
you know what
make
you should
sense?
do? Oh, what is it? What's it called? I did it one time. I told you guys about it. It's psychedelic breathing.
Psychedelic breathing.
Hold on, let me see if I can still got
So
it.
you dance. When do you dance after you meditate?
No. I didn't. I might just be listening.
Yes,
I might be
that's
on the train listening to music, a little shuffle, whatever.
Oh, you just mean like movement?
Yeah,
Okay.
like just 3 things I need in my days: music, laughter, and dancing.
Yeah.
Like just normal. It doesn't matter what. I could be tidying at home. You know, it's tidying at home. The music's on. Why is my
I don't think he's a regular old Billy Elliot.
Billy
Billy
this guy's
Elliot.
like idiot, you know, brother. Everyone, you have to bear in mind
annoying.
that I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be.
This is it.
I don't want to be smashing up people's. I just don't want to be that guy. I'm trying to be humble,
love
calm, and collective. So I have to do certain things to keep me there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and
So, all right, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you took that from my stash.
no, this is my. I got no, this is mine. So then I usually only reason I got this because I can't find my little small squishy ball that I would use.
Oh,
So what are you trying to say that's for?
What do you mean?
What's
As in,
that
like,
for?
no, this one's for my
Who's that?
wrist, but it's,
Huh?
it's
What's that?
No, the grip thing. What's
It's
that
for
for?
what? What's that?
for him or for me. Do you mean?
For you.
I got 2 different reasons. Remember that argument we had the other day, and I said, "Oh, my wrist is bad, etc." So that's that. Plus, it helps.
Well, you made
me
the
just,
man's
like-
wrist back. You're pissing him off that much.
He was chatting some
That's his
nonsense
grip.
in it, and I said, "Just wait in it." So I said, "Just wait."
Full of shit.
All right, cool. But yeah, it
That
killed 2
grip
birds
is-
with one stone, innit?
He's a top masturbator. That's what that's for.
I'm not
trying to
even
work on the
left-handed.
grip.
What's man on about?
That's why you're trying to build up your weak hand.
Oh, I hear you.
So you can be
listen,
ambidextrous.
my weak hand is strong.
You pissed me off, you know.
That's what he's trying to build up his weak hand.
You're foolish. You're
But no,
foolish,
you
you're
should
foolish.
do psychedelic breathing. So you know, like what you would get from psychedelic drugs. Essentially, it's just breath work.
Yeah.
It's proper sick. When I did it, like my world felt so still, so calm. I actually physically in my body felt lighter.
Okay.
I actually started doing it. I need to get back in
And
contact with a woman.
On top of what I was saying, I take cold showers as well.
Oh, my brother does
like,
that. I ain't
Cold,
doing it.
maybe 5 out of 7 days, cold showers easily.
You know how you said,
It's wild.
which was very insightful, that you're always angry, right? And you reference Hulk saying, "I don't
Yeah.
get angry. I'm always angry."
Yeah.
Do you limit the triggers that stoke your anger? For example, like when you were talking just now, you seemed like you were tapping into that place of peace, but then you looked around and you saw Mark smiling at you, and you immediately
You want to punch
"What are
me
you
for
smiling
it?"
for?" Yeah. And you started doing the whole.
I do limit. That's why, like, that's another
That
reason.
marks you're a trigger.
I do limit being around the mandem as well. Just in general, like, you have to. There's no point of you being in places that's gonna, you know, piss you off or.
Very important.
Does that make sense? Like, I love the mandem. I've known Margs for like the longest time. I can tell you his full name, XYZ. To go to his mum's house now, she'll open the door, let me go to sleep. But at the same time, you have to know. I know myself more than anyone else.
That's sick.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put myself into positions where like I'm gonna get angry or I'm gonna do the Hulk thing. It's just long. Like, why? I like jokes.
peace.
You know, there's a misconception about me that people think that because I don't say hello or XYZ, I feel like I'm a certain way. No, sometimes like if I don't know someone or someone don't introduce me, I'm not gonna go out my way and
Do the most.
yeah, like if you're networking, cool, I hear it, etc. But like I'm an approachable person. Like even when I was doing like 9 to 5 normal work once upon a
Yeah.
time, people thought like I wasn't an approachable person. When they got talking to me, bro, I didn't know you were like this. I didn't know you like jokes and da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? So it's like never judge a book by its cover. That's one
Funnily
thing.
enough, an observation is out of all of the Mashed On crew that I've seen,
Yeah.
you are the most liberal and open-minded
100%.
based on the limited time I've actually seen
Yeah,
you or heard you.
yeah.
And each time it is that you come with the man them now,
Yeah.
it's like, all right.
But we've had this
And
conversation
they
the other
normally get
day.
onto you
We've
for
had
the
this
weird
con-
stuff you do.
We've had this conversation the other day.
No, we don't.
Yes,
we
you do.
didn't.
That's-
No,
that's gonna be-
And
we had
he's
this
not the most
conversation the
liberal,
other day.
To be honest,
open-minded.
it's,
Now, don't
it's mostly
chat.
3 shots that I see it from. I never see it from you, to be honest. I don't know if it is you ribbon my
No, but
life.
3 shots is different though, because like 3 shots and no behaviors a bit different in terms of like the dynamics or how we know each other, etc.
Yeah.
But in general, It's just like we had this conversation the other day. He might act like he can't remember whatever. I was just saying that sometimes if it comes to serious, if it why you so I'm saying
This is what you said. I'll tell you if I can remember.
anyhow. So in terms of serious conversations, we can have a serious conversation about anything, any time of the day. But sometimes when it's jokes and that. Sometimes you can't have a serious conversation within the jokes, if that makes sense. So sometimes I just switch off and you man do your thing. I'm just here, like, whatever, making up the numbers. So I said, sometimes it gets like that.
That does sound like you, sir.
With me?
Yeah. You're a troll.
Yeah, but
You are.
Man said, yeah, but
I was gonna say something to wind you up, but you know what? I don't want to raise your
that's
blood
not
pressure.
gonna. No, say. We can say. We can say. Guys, we can
It don't
say.
make sense. It don't
Because
make sense.
I'm too. You know what it is? I feel like I'm too in my. You know, for you to even really
shut
and
up.
truly. No.
You're
We're real friends, you know. What are you talking about?
Look at that.
You know what?
I'm telling you, my peace can't be disturbed. That's what it is.
Amen to that.
No, that's the most important thing, man. You can't let other people
Yeah.
destroy your peace, man.
Like, even someone was talking some nonsense to me the other day, and I was like, I love women, but I love peace even more, man.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Allow me, man. Do you know what I mean? But
All right, so CMOS. What else? What's you got in your job cabinet?
Cumber snatch.
I'm gonna try to remember CMOS, Bladerack.
Oh, that's it, bladder rag. Sorry.
What?
You're so annoying.
What did I miss?
No, that's what I was.
It's just been a name.
Yeah,
You're an idiot, man.
he was like, it had to do some phallus. So
The-
it's not cum, it has to be bladder. That's
It's
where you
called.
went.
Listen, regardless, it's literally called Bladerack. Any yellow dock, elderberry, velvet.
And who's your plug? And why do you believe them?
Because
Have you seen results from all this
I've listened
drug
to
intake?
I've listened to Dr.
Natural,
Sebi.
holistic drug intake.
I've listened to Dr. Sebi.
Okay.
That's one man, and then like I might do the research on some others and like get little things from here there, and then I'll just.
You do the yard man. You do the alkaline thing as well.
No, I will fast sometimes. Like I might do a 2-3 day fast and all that, but then by the third day, you know, you get super weak and all that. And even if you want to do stuff, sometimes it's hard. It just depends. But I won't say the alkaline thing because that's like proper strict. But
Starving,
I'm trying to remember all the other herbs I have.
Take the
I need to start eating breakfast.
take the
Pill.
Yeah,
The
Talk
what?
about doing fast.
I'm not trying to lose weight.
just suppress your hunger so you can focus.
He literally just said he does a
That's
2-3 day fast. Man, hungry man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rich, go on.
No, I'm just trying to think of the other herbs, and I got there's you know what? Next time
You
I'm gonna have
show me.
I'm gonna try and make a
Yeah.
list, and then I'll try to go through them and say X, Y, Z.
What they're for,
benefits,
like, what's good for
because
and
it's just
stuff like
it's
that.
just
Sarsaparilla.
yeah, that's another one. Sarsaparilla.
That's a drink.
No, there's a what's it called? There's a natural herb.
Jeez, diluted-
No, it's not. No,
diluted
it's not
drink.
that. No, it's not that. I know what you're on about. It's not that. Sarsaparilla as well. Yeah.
The diluted juice. What
Yeah,
is it?
100%.
That's part of your thing.
It's in there as well. I got literally. It's got a mix that says sarsaparilla and bladerack. Literally, it's got a mix. I got another one that's got like 5 different herbs in there. You know, so I'm just trying to longevity and
All that stuff.
X, Y, Z. I don't want to get my blood pressure up. It's long, man. Allow me. Let me laugh. Let me live. So
What
but
star sign are you?
I'm a Taurus. Why? Who's asking that?
Somebody in the chat.
They're gonna
What
say,
does that
oh,
matter though?
You're retrograde. That's why you like the herbs.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
Yeah, your
God.
Mercury is rising.
I know
What
your
does that even
retrograde
mean?
rising.
I don't know if that's where they're going. They're just assuming.
What does that even mean, retrograde?
Of course, I don't bloody know.
That sounds like a weed.
Sounds foolishness to me, if you ask me. I'm not shit on anyone's belief, but
I don't know.
I just hate when you're like, oh, I do this. Like, oh yeah, you're such a Leo. No, I'm a
Nah,
Capricorn. Actually,
I don't believe in the whole star sign thing. I do believe that some people have similar traits in terms of like star signs, but I'm not gonna.
I don't believe. Yeah,
I'm not gonna talk to someone and say, "Oh, I won't talk to you because you're now a Gemini or X,
Some
Y,
people take
Z."
it not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people are
take it
like
seriously.
that. But after having a 15-minute conversation with you, they
Yeah.
find out what star sign. Oh, I can't talk to you
Yeah,
no more.
like- but you know, I don't like when, like, I say, oh, I'm such an empath. And it's like, oh, that's such a Leo thing. No, it's not. It's a me thing.
Anyone can be an empath.
And there's Leos who are not empaths. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't believe that we can just these characteristics, these traits belong to a group of people. Because now the new one is that you're Leo, but you're like a Cancer rising sun or something like
That's
that.
ridiculous. Like, get out of here, man. That's ridiculous. I'm not hearing that. But I have met
Shit.
Geminis that
Wait. Before you
Go on.
continue. So you just cast something out as ridiculous because you don't believe it, right? But you know that there are people who look at your drug cabinet and laugh at you. And they would even say you look like a person who has them holistic drugs. But just because they don't understand it,
Yeah.
should they just cast it as stupid?
No, but I'm not. Okay, what I mean by that is like, I'm not going to pick up the newspaper and start reading the horoscope for X, Y, Z and believe that, because I've spoke to people that have worked in the newspaper and they say they just generalize.
Of course they do.
To get everyone.
That aspect is such a minutia of astrology. Such a minutia. So I'm not sure you should look at that and say everything's bollocks.
But some people believe that though.
Do you know how the wise men found Jesus?
How?
Following the stars.
Yeah, but I don't think they didn't mean Jesus and say, "Oh, you're such a Capricorn."
There's a difference between.
He was a Leo.
Piss off.
There's a difference. There's a difference between following the stars as navigation and looking at a newspaper in this day and age and saying this is going to happen to me today.
And that's why I said don't compare it. It's not the same
No,
thing.
I'm not comparing it, but I'm just saying that a lot of people believe that. If that makes sense, like
I think the
you know
horoscopes are a bit more like there's
general.
foolishness, but
Popularized and
I don't know the zodiac things with the character traits.
Yeah,
they're not linear in it, because
I
there's
believe
traits that my star sign have that I don't have. But
Yeah.
there is
another Leo
things,
might.
there is things that are there. You get me? So generally you can. There is like a guideline to them, but they're not like.
Do you know? I think like a lot of things that social media just have made it ridiculous. See how everyone just diagnoses misogyny and they diagnose ADHD and they diagnose mental health issues. It's become one of those silly things because in the light of like someone saying something, Boris Sunak, Suella Braverman talking about the whole thingy. I've seen like someone will be like, oh, you know, that's such an Aries thing to do. Aries people don't like. I just think close your mouth.
Yeah,
but my thing is, yeah, I don't subscribe to it. But if you don't subscribe to like me believing in Jesus, I could care less. So you don't care. It shouldn't matter to you that I don't care about your Aries and retrogrades and all that stuff.
So you believe in Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Do you have crystals at home?
No, crystals.
No,
Crystals Jesus.
no. What I mean is in that people charging up the crystals in the moon and all that. Is that you?
Is that Jesus?
No, it's
nothing
nothing
to do with
Jesus. No,
Yeah,
I
so no.
want to ask a question.
let him
Yeah, I know. These are assuming straight away.
Cook what?
Like,
No,
I just wanted to
Let
know
him
it.
cook what?
Let him cook.
No, but I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking.
So come. I said, well,
I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking.
let him cook.
I'm not.
Let's see where he's going with this.
I'm not.
No, I just do Jesus.
Okay, cool. Because
Straight
I
and narrow
had a
path.
conversation with someone the other day, and we were basically saying that you can't. How can you believe in God, but then to be talking about charging up crystals in the moon and all
Yeah.
that? Because there's people out there like that. I'm like, how? Pick a side. Pick a struggle. Which one is it?
Yeah, I'm very much in a pick a side vibe. Like I'll be honest, like people that believe in the whole the sun this, the moon this, and all that kind of stuff. Personally, I can't see how I can believe in both because God created those elements. So
that's what I was trying to work out.
I go directly to sovereign God. Do you get what I mean?
I believe
All right,
that, yeah.
Urban
Do it
TV
that way.
UK, it's a good point. Brent, don't mix astrology with astronomy. 100%. The whole following the stars, astronomy.
See?
Yeah. Astrology is all the other stuff.
Yeah, see?
Thanks, Urban
Has
TV.
astro in it
That
though.
was a great correction.
It's a nimi and a logi. But okay.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, I like hearing out people with different like ideologies and beliefs and philosophies and whatnot. Only recently, as you know, Esther, I've been hearing a lot of this whole like astrology stuff,
Yeah.
right? And obviously how it applies to characteristics and like,
Me and you are here. I was
ambitions
gonna
and all
see. I was
sorts.
work my way and throw shade about that, but carry on.
No, you can. That's
No,
fine.
it's alright, King.
Everybody knows.
I know, but I
My
knew you would know.
proximity
Like I
to
knew you would clock it.
individuals. Everybody knows my proximity to individuals, but I'm on a learning season. You understand? I'm not on an adopting season.
No, learning season, child. Okay.
I'm not an adopting season. I just want to know where their mind goes. Do you understand? Because sometimes I might need to know so I can pull them back. But if it's I don't know where they've gone, I can't reach them.
Deep space.
And I like to question a whole set of stuff people
Yeah.
fling at me as it pertains to astrology. Right? I'm the same person who was like, is that what you're saying I am? But I'm sure that one over there can have all these shared
Yeah.
characteristics and this, that, and next. It's just uncanny sometimes when it is that you ask, where were you born? At what time? And then you start doing your...
The max.
Yeah, that's,
And then they reel off all of the...
no, I don't know.
the paragraphs and whatnot,
Yeah.
how it is, it matches up with that, what season you're in, and this, that, and the next. I find it all interesting.
Yeah,
But
I find it
I do
interesting.
believe there is something in the reading of stars, only because of the faith in which it is I subscribe to, which is as as you all know, is Christianity. And it speaks of, again, in the book of Enoch, the reading of the stars, right? So it's a higher level of knowledge that exists. It's whether you use it for good or bad and how you use it, full stop. So it exists. I don't know how to basically read it. I'm not interested in actually doing it at this stage in my life. But I do understand people who, if they feel it's going to benefit them in order to work their way through the world with less restrictions, 100%. Just like we are suggesting taking a shortcut in order to do this, that, and next. This could be a shortcut for them.
Do you know what's mad? I actually, I do find it interesting when people talk about these things, right? And I also believe that there are some people in this world that have powers to do like certain things. So like, I feel like if you subscribe to that to those beliefs, I believe that someone who reads lives and reads palms and all that kind of stuff will actually indeed have access to read your life because you both subscribe to it. Because again, okay, no, that's very controversial. I can't say that, but I can, but I can't. I don't want to. I'm not peace. Do you know what I mean? But I do. So I do believe that the part I wasn't gonna say would have been a good part to bring it all together.
I'm not doing no palm reading. I don't wanna. It's not in my story to have my palm read or not. Because I've had someone say something to me before and it came true, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this again.
So it's not that you don't believe in it; you don't want to know.
To be fair, because I didn't, because the person just came to the country back then and they couldn't speak English properly. It was like broken English, French.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand what they're saying.
Haitians?
No. She went.
Why you mixed with Haitians for?
She weren't Haitian. She weren't Haitian.
Brent will say stuff and just look
I know,
at
yeah.
straight face on. Are you okay?
She weren't Haitian.
Right.
Either which way.
So why are you mixing with them?
When, like a couple years down the line, XYZ had happened, and then I ran into her again, and then she can speak proper English this time. Then she broke it down to me properly. I was like, oh my God. I was like,
That's what you're
wow.
saying.
I was like, okay, cool. And she narrowed everything. She said about 3 different things to me, and she narrowed everything down from back then. I was like, wow. I was like, okay, cool. And she wasn't even trying to read my palm. She was just someone that the man them knew, whose sister was a friend or whatever, and it was just like, she said XYZ to me. So from there, I was like...
Was it like random? She just said, oh, you? I know this, blah, blah, blah.
No, we were cool, innit? Do you know what I mean? And then I don't know where she got her powers from. I don't know if she's going to be in the next Avengers movie. I don't know. But all I know is that she said a few things to me and they rang true. And I've never been of the belief that I would go get my palm read anyway.
Because I do believe that some people do have some form of power. But again, obviously, as a Christian, I know power is like the Almighty. But I do believe there are some people who can accurately read stuff and blah, blah, blah. But don't read me, though.
Yeah,
I'm good, love.
Yeah.
Because you think it's attached to wickedness.
No, I don't subscribe to it. I just think, because you know what, it's sometimes, the people I've seen doing these things, right? They don't subscribe to light. I'm a child of light. So darkness can't read light.
But pastors do that sometimes, right?
Yeah, but that's the churches I don't go to. I
Pastors
go to a
do
light
what?
church.
Pastors do what?
They can basically prophesy
But they lie though.
over your life.
Yeah,
Some
but
do, 100%.
Majority
not
do.
every prophet
When?
is that,
Majority lie.
yeah, fake
But
prophets.
in terms of people that do it, that would read accurately, they're not consulting with God.
Yeah,
this
this is
is
the
my-
thing.
this is my
So
point.
where do they...
So the other person,
where do you get it from?
the other guy
But this
that
is
was
my
kicked
this
out.
Is, this is my point.
Of
Why
God's
would you
presence.
accept a prophecy from a man of God, but not from the other?
I wouldn't accept a prophecy from anybody.
All right, okay.
I feel like, I don't know, like, if...
A
Because
man
again, do
or
you
woman
know what-
of God by the or they.
I'm not accepting
Them.
prophecy from a day of God. I'll tell you that for free. In fact, that's a bloody damn fact. But when it comes to prophecies and receiving from certain people, from men of God or women of God or whatever, even that, like, it has to be in a way where it just has to make sense. And again, yeah, it just has to make sense. Because I feel like what they do is it's not prophesying though, is it? It's just letting you know. Obviously, I don't know. I don't have all the information, but it doesn't come in the form of a prophecy of what prophecy is, of the way I've read prophecies in Bibles and stuff. If I get a prophecy the way I've read it in Bibles, I would accept that. But if you don't worship light, you cannot give me a prophecy about anything. I don't even think you'd be comfortable around me, because light and darkness cannot exist together. So you will not be comfortable around me enough to then say, I've got this news for you. You can't bring news to me. It's impossible.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not doing the fake prophets, man. I can't.
No.
Like, you're in church preaching about X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny how I've seen it been said so much times where someone will be asking for some kind of prayer or some kind of blessing, and then the church will always ask for the money, but then, you know, say that someone says, oh, can I get X, Y, Z
Yeah.
from the church? And then the guy would be like, yeah, pray to God.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Is that God to provide
but I'm still meant to give you,
the money, but
My
you have
check.
the means to help me as well,
Yeah.
and they don't.
but it's my that point.
So you got to go to a right church, man. All them jokes you people make, I go to a good church.
Sometimes I see prophets talking about G5 and G4, thank you for the G4 and all that.
Yeah, the G4.
Now we need to like get a G5, we can put these funds together so I can go preach the word of God. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
man. You can get commercial flight like
Last time I
everybody else.
checked, Jesus was broke.
Mate, Jesus was riding on a donkey, you know.
But you men are
And he's
talking
got private
about
jets now.
yeah, but
Multiple.
like I don't understand. So I'm like, I'm not down with the fake prophet thing. Like, I rather like, that's why even religion is flawed. I believe in God. I believe in that's the only reason I'm still alive. Facts. I believe in God.
Was he broke?
Jesus.
Broke is a you need something as a form of you need a form of currency, and you don't have that form of currency, and you're lacking. But he wasn't broke.
I'm not saying okay. I'm not
He wasn't
saying
broke,
we
but he
can.
was humble.
I'm not saying we can compare Jesus to the people that are prophesizing today. But if you look at the people that are prophesizing today, they're not doing it riding around in their bike, saying, "Yeah, come to God," such and such and such, blah blah blah. They're taking private planes, their own jets, to one world of. I remember seeing a breakdown of like 8 different ministers in America, and these guys were balling out of control. I said, "Raw, I'm in the wrong field."
Do you know what is my thing is that I don't mind if you want to have a private jet, that's fine, yeah. I have a problem with when you have a private jet and the people in your church are poor and they can't afford lunch for today and they're giving you all their offering money. Churches in Jesus' time with the apostles and everything, they shared. There was nobody amongst them that was needy. I have an issue with pastors asking people to to give offering, and you're buying new cars, you're buying new houses, you've got all these things. But there's people in your congregation that have nothing but this one piece of clothing on their back.
And you still want
There's people
that
that have
piece of
jobs, and
clothing.
you're still squeezing out money from them. The money that they don't have. That's why I have an issue with. I think if you have private jets and everybody in your church is catered for, everyone's needs are met, nobody's going hungry, nobody's kids is out of school because they can't afford, everything is cool. I'm here for that. But in as much as you're rich, your congregation is poor, nope.
You have to bear in mind, in America, the churches are untaxed, and that's one of the biggest problems. So there's no auditing ever. Like, so all the money that comes in is like you see it coming, you don't see where it goes, other than. The
Let me just Google
pocket.
that.
Yeah, it's untaxed. You look it up.
It's mad. It's like some of the Nigerian quote unquote pastors. They own they've built private schools, but the private schools even your congregation can't afford. There's kids in your school that can't go.
So who's going to these private schools?
The other politician friends and the other rich people.
Wild.
Exactly. And they've got multiple private jets and stuff. And you're going to tell me you're a man of God if you don't have several seats and go and have croissant with the devil.
You know, once you finish Googling that, I beg you look up the there's a list of ministers and pastors in America. There should be maybe 5 to 7. You can see, it shows you the picture of them.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
It's like a out. You know when you're flying a helicopter and you take
the drone thing.
Yeah, and you see a big picture of their house and it says how much they have at the minute, or I don't know if it's how much net worth or whatever, or just how much they supposedly have. It's wild.
They literally seek first.
Yeah, U.S. churches federal income tax exemption was not formally enacted as legislation until the Tariff Act was passed by Congress. So,
doesn't make no sense.
Why not?
As in
it's like a charity, isn't it? A charity's tax.
And who's benefiting from that? Who's benefiting from that? From all that money going in there? It's not necessarily the people that's giving the money.
You have a thing against churches?
No, I ain't got a thing against churches. I got a thing against fake ministers. I ain't been to the church in a long time. God forbid I walk into the church and burst into flames. But no, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. But I ain't got a thing against churches. It's just that again.
But you take enough CMOS, you're not gonna burst into flames.
No, it's not about combustion. Again, I just you can't be preaching the word of God, and as you just said, that people in your congregation are struggling for X, Y, Z, and they give their last dollar, but when they want help, you tell them to pray to God. How make it make sense?
You believe in God?
Of course, I believe in God. That's the only reason I'm still alive.
You talk to him?
Of course, I talk to him. I talk to him every night before I go to bed and every morning when I get up. Gratitude.
Well, you just ignore him during the day.
When's the last time you talked to God, big man? You've been quiet for about 5 minutes, but when I start talking
You
about...
meditated.
When you meditate, innit? I hear you,
Keep
man.
his
Man.
peace.
But yeah, no, I talk to God every morning. When I'm grateful. The only reason I'm still here is because of God. Facts, that is it. If it weren't for God, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be in the ground somewhere or wherever. I'm dead in the ditch. God forbid. But yeah, I don't... Again, I believe in God. I just don't believe in the way the world is set. It's just too much flaws and everything.
Someone said, "Is your God black, Rich?" It's a
No, very
serious
stupid
question.
question, isn't it?
It's a stupid question. It's a serious question. It's here.
Someone said, "Is my God black?"
What, you don't believe me? You want to see?
I don't want to say it. No, I don't.
Answer the question.
I don't know what's that. I don't know what they're getting at.
Tell me about it.
Is your God black or white? What are you looking at me for? He's asking the question, bro.
My God is not white.
God is a spirit.
Like, I know. Remember, you have to bear in mind, a lot of people still believe that Jesus was white. I don't know how, but they just do. Like, I feel like that's crazy in itself, really and truly. So it was just a pale man looking like Elon Musk up there. That picture that we had up there. Get the hell out of here! Stop it already, please. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like you have to do more history, literally. Part of the problem with education. But anyhow.
All right, we have a couple other nice little topics to kind of delve into. So we'll jump back in the boat and then sink it and move on.
What are these?
This boat.
As
I thought
in-
you meant the headlines. Next
So
boat.
back in, sink it, and then move on. Let's move
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, son, let's get into some headlines.
So Michael Gove hits out at Lambeth Council over housing. Housing Secretary Michael Gove has criticised Lambeth Council for the completely unacceptable way it has dealt with complaints and repairs. In a letter to the council, Mr. Gove said he was appalled to read about 3 maladministration cases investigated by the Housing Ombudsman. They include one case of damp and mould and another involving a disabled man left without a toilet for weeks. Oh, that's horrible. Lambeth Council says it was focused on making improvements. It comes after Mr. Gove wrote to all council leaders and social housing providers in England in December, warning them to make improvements in the wake of the death of toddler Awab Ishak from a respiratory condition caused by exposure to mould in his family's flat. In Mr. Gove's letter to the council dated 3rd of March, he writes that it has persistently failed to provide the most basic level of decency to tenants and said its poor record keeping is completely unacceptable. It follows the Ombudsman's investigation last month, which found severe maladministration failings by the council in 3 cases involving tenants in 2021. It told the council to radically improve and ordered it to apologise and pay a total of £4,350 in compensation to the families. Another case involved a tenant with arthritis who was left without hot water over Christmas and the New Year by council workmen. And our next headline is about NATO. So NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has called for caution following media reports that a pro-Ukrainian group may be responsible for blowing up the Nord Stream pipelines supplying Russian energy to Europe. While not pointing to any official Ukrainian involvement, a New York Times report published on Tuesday said intelligence reviewed by United States officials found a pro-Kiev group may be behind the attacks in September, which became a flashpoint between the West and Russia after last year's Russian invasion of Ukraine. There are ongoing national investigations, and I think it's right to wait until those are finalized before we say anything more about who was behind it, Stoltenberg said on Wednesday. The explosions on the pipelines connecting Russia and Germany took place on September the 26th in the exclusive economic zones of Sweden and Denmark. Both countries have concluded the blasts were deliberate, but have not said who might be responsible. Russia, which has previously blamed the West, seized on the news on Wednesday to demand a transparent investigation in which it also wants to participate. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov suggested the media reports were a coordinated bid to divert attention and questioned how US officials could assume anything about the attacks without an investigation. And our last headline is about Prince Harry and Meghan's daughter Lilibet. And she's been christened in the US. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's daughter has been christened at the couple's California home. Princess Lilibet Diana, who was born to Prince Harry and Meghan in June 2021, was christened on Friday. The announcement is the first time she has been publicly called a princess and confirms that Harry and Meghan will use the royal titles for their children. Although Lilibet was not a princess at birth because she was not a granddaughter of the monarch, she gained the right to that title when King Charles acceded to the throne. Buckingham Palace has said the royal website, which currently lists her and brother Archie with the titles Miss and Master, will be updated in due course to reflect the title. Lilibet is, I keep saying like Yusuf, Lilibet is the second child of Harry and Meghan, who relocated to the US after stepping down as working royals in 2020. Their son Archie was born in May 2019. The BBC understands members of the royal family were invited to the christening, but it appears none were in attendance. Harry and Meghan are understood to want their children to decide for themselves whether or not to use their titles when they are older. The couple will not use the titles conversationally. The couple will not use the titles conversationally, the BBC understands, but Archie and Lilibet will be referred to as Prince and Princess in formal contexts. All that being said, let's get into Word on Road. All right, I don't have much for you guys today, so I'm just going to be very quick and brief about it. Tiger Woods basically has this girlfriend, right? And she is now suing him for $30 million
Wow.
because he kicked her out of their apartment.
That's her name on the lease?
No, it's his house. So she's saying that. So basically what they did, so his security or whatever basically said to her she's gone on a solo trip. Pack a bag, you're going on a solo trip. They dropped her to the airport, whatever. When they got to the airport, they said to her, by the way, don't come back to the house.
So she wants to sue 30 million for that? So
Yeah, because she's saying that they had a verbal arrangement that she can live in the house even 5 years after they break up.
verbal agreement.
Verbal agreement. It don't make much sense because I don't know how. She's basically saying that what was the word she used? Basically, she offered services that gained her that perk.
Services.
What?
But it doesn't say. It doesn't say what services these are.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't take
However,
a rocket scientist.
I know. I'm sure
However-
America's not a real place, man. I'm convinced, man, because
Mate,
30 million.
30 million. But then she's also wanting to nullify the NDA agreement that she signed at the start of the relationship.
So she's basically wants to talk his business. She wants to take his money and talk his business.
Basically.
And
she signed something before as they started the relationship.
Yeah, so they've been together for like 5.5 years. To be fair, I think he did it wrong for being together 5.5 years though.
Why?
They don't just kick me out of the house.
He's being creative. What's wrong with that?
No, don't just kick me out of the house, man. Don't be silly. That's ridiculous. Don't tell me
So
I'm going
what? She
on
wants
a
to
solo
live there
trip.
5 more years after.
That's what she's saying. But I don't know.
What?
I don't know how that makes sense.
That
but
is nonsense. Come on, man.
Yeah, but she's
Ain't
also
no
tryna-
guy agreeing to that. Let me see the contract. I need to see the contract. I need
Mate,
proof.
but that's when she's trying to also nullify the NDA so she can talk about what it is that she wants to talk about. Yeah.
No, man.
But what was it? So she claims basically that the NDA should no longer be enforced in part due to the Speak Out Act. And what the Speak Out Act is, it is an act of Congress in America which provides an exemption in instances where there is evidence of sexual assault or harassment. So I guess she's going to be saying, obviously she hasn't accused him of any of that, but she just wants the NDA to be nullified, basically.
So she can just say what she wants and take what she wants.
Yeah, and then she's also saying that he basically forced her to sign the NDA.
Yeah, because he put a gun to her head, right?
Mate, it's all a mess, really. I follow the story if anything else comes up, but it's
5
just
years.
5.5.
But they're
6
not
years.
married.
No, they're not married.
In America, you can get sued for anything.
That's the thing. She probably has some kind of
30 million. She's trying to take if he comes to her now and says, "Yeah, I'll give you $1 million for a payout," do you reckon she's taking it?
no. Not if I got 30 million on the line. Because in America, she probably get like 10.
It's not necessarily on the line though. It's just like she's asking for 30 million. That don't mean she's gonna get 30 million. That don't even mean she's gonna get 10 million.
Yeah, but you never know. Like, I feel like with America, you just have to gamble. It could go either way. It could really go either way. So I'm not taking that one. I'm not taking that 1 million.
This is crazy.
But yeah, it is interesting because she hasn't exactly come out to say she's accusing him of this, that, or whatever.
But
it's
she's
just
insinuating.
she wants to get that NDA taken off. And then so I'll keep an eye.
Is this what life has come to now? Before you even get in a relationship, you having a sign a contract.
Because I think he made her sign it a year into the relationship, so it's not as if she signed it before they started going out. It was a year into it. If that's
you, are you signing the contract?
Depends what I've got on the line. Who it is. I'm not signing from some any silly boy from Peckham.
No, I'm
if
not talking about...
If it's a big boy,
okay,
a big baller,
yeah.
But also that I'm not walking away. If you want me to sign something here, I'm not walking away with nothing if we break up.
Why? What did you come with?
This, that you wanted so badly that you want to sign something. All of this. In the words of J. Kyle, all of this. And clearly you want it bad enough, you want me to sign stuff. That's cool, I sign.
Yeah, but he's more, I think the signing thing is more about what happens later on after.
Exactly. And what happens later on after is that after I've spent 6 years with you, I'm not walking away with nothing.
Moggs.
Double it up.
Are you making a thing sign a contract?
What, the NDA?
Yeah.
If I got something to hide, yeah.
Would you make someone sign an NDA?
In this day and age now, yeah, more than likely.
NDA about what though?
Just life in general.
Non-disclosure. Anything you see in the
You can't
show.
say anything.
Don't you remember?
Can't say what we had for breakfast.
Yeah. Don't you remember Beyonce was talking about it in her song? She was like, to party with man, you got to sign on
Yeah,
NDA.
they do.
How sus is that?
It's not yet because...
What?
No, do you know why it's not? Because, sorry, but you can't be partying with me and you're out here taking pictures, taking snaps. Hello? Relax.
No, I don't know.
Because, you know, like, they mind their business. They keep their life private. You can't be out here. Any conversations you hear as well. Now they're talking about Becky with the good hair. Or Beyonce saw something in Jay-Z's
These men
story.
are
Now
worth
you're going to
tens
press.
of millions of pounds and hundreds of millions of pounds. They got to protect their
Absolutely.
their
Just the
investment.
party
They
with
gotta
man,
protect whatever it may be, innit? Because whatever it may be.
Do you guys think, what is that thing called? A prenup? Do you think it's a sign of knowing your marriage is going to end?
protecting your investment.
Yeah, I think it's a protecting your investment situation.
But it doesn't really work. Doesn't really work over here though.
It, again, depends who it is.
If he was worth 2 billion, would you sign it?
He was worth 2 billion.
Yeah.
But I was, you know me, Nigerian.
But you don't love each other.
No, of course I love the heck out of him. But it's a hypothetical, man. But I will sign a prenup where, like, I'm not walking away with nothing. I'm not just giving.
So you have to walk away with something.
Something.
Wow.
If it's my
Oh,
prenup,
so like
though,
it's like a prenup where it's like, all right, I can't get half, but I've got a
get
set
something.
fee.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, basically, this is what I would do, yeah. Because I don't have to walk away because I'll be successful. It's all good. Say amen, church. Say amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. So I don't mind signing a prenup where I don't even walk away with any of your money. But my clause, if you cheat and we break up as a result of your cheating, I'm getting half.
So then what happens if he cheats and you don't break up then? You're just going to be alright then?
That's fine. But do you know what? Because prenups get renewed. So what we do is that I up my request the next time. I caught you cheating this time. You let me know you're not going to do it again. That's fine. That's cool. I accept that.
Trying to get
However, if you do a second time and I catch you then, I'm getting 75%, not just 50%.
He says 75%, you know.
Women in business. No, that's the kind of prenup I would sign. I would sign a prenup. If you want to sign a prenup, I'll sign a prenup. If you want to, protect what you got, that's fine. I don't mind that. But if our marriage is dissolved as a result of your foolishness, I'm definitely walking away with something. But I also on the other hand, will sign, like, in the clauses, should also be a case where if I mess up, if I cheat on you, I get to walk away with nothing. I'm fine. So you know what that means? If I cheat, I'm going with cheating with a man who's richer than you.
Yeah, but that don't mean you and the man are gonna crack on in life. But I hear you.
You never know.
Yeah, that's
Strategic positioning.
this is what the world has come to. You know?
This is what the world has come to, for real. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens and what, because I think she's done a good shift, man. 6 years. I don't
Good
know.
shift, you know.
That's a good shift in this day and age. People are getting divorced after 18 months.
Yeah, I've seen that. I went to a guy's wedding and then
Mate, before the first anniversary.
less than 18 months, this guy was. I said, I was at this guy's wedding just the other day.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you wasted your time going to the wedding?
You want your present back?
No, I wouldn't say I wasted my time, but I was just like, it just looked like there was so much love in the air and everyone was happy. And
Yeah.
what the hell happened in the space of that time?
There was no love before they got married. That's what happened.
Maybe it was a green card thing.
Love ain't enough to keep people together, man.
Love is not enough at all.
No, 100%. But I'm just talking about just being present at the wedding and seeing everything how it goes down and whatever, blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever even get married just because of that. If that makes sense.
It's just a case of divorce.
You got to find a wife first. Don't just say that.
100%. But I mean, like, I just feel like guys stand to lose a lot.
Do you think?
Married. Yeah.
I always hear men say that, but they don't be losing much.
I would love to get married, but it's just like it's
That's
not
because they ain't got none. The ones that you know, the ones who's got stuff will usually be losing it. Look.
Then yeah, that's fair. You're dumb. But that's what I mean though. Like I always hear guys who have nothing to lose talk about, I'm gonna lose a lot. You never have any for you alone. In your soul life, you have nothing. What do you think you're gonna lose if you bring someone else into your nothing?
It'd be nice to get married, man. I just feel like to find a good woman in this day and age is just, not so easy like 10 or 15 years ago.
Just mad. Women say the exact same thing about men.
I wonder why.
Because then many of good guys left. It's a problem.
Yeah, is there a lot of good women left?
There's a fair share.
She said there's a fair share.
You know what? I just think it depends what you're looking for.
Women ain't marketing themselves properly, so that's why they're not.
Yeah, because women don't want to market anymore. Because they rather just own their own stuff, and they're too busy being successful to market them, to audition for men.
They're
now.
trying to wait before they
that.
get the gig to do the work, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because again, they don't want to audition.
No company ain't gonna come and hire you if they don't know you can do the work.
That's fine, but then the women are starting their own company, so they don't need your company.
Like having
that's
a
how
blank
they feel.
CV,
But it's like they talk about,
it
I will do this, but only for my man, or do it only for my man. It's like, so when you're in your normal stance and your single stance, you're not being the best version of yourself. So how are you gonna get a man?
But then don't you think
I can't wait. Would you cook something for me? I ain't cooking for you. I'll cook for you. I only cook for my man.
Okay, but where do you think that comes from, though?
How are you gonna get to be my gal? I'm gonna find a gal that's on smoke.
Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you tell me?
Don't you think it comes from them doing all that other stuff for guys who have then turned around
for the wrong guy? You mean?
But that's the thing. You don't know a guy's the
poor
wrong guy.
decision making.
Yeah,
Don't blame me for your choices.
Wait a minute.
So I got to suffer now.
No. You don't know it's the wrong guy until you start dating him and
you got
and
bad
then you find
judge.
things out and you walk away.
So you got bad judge of character. Now you're holding that against me. That's because of me.
No, it's not being a bad judge of character.
So
You're gonna tell me that you don't know that men pretend. That way you're gonna tell me.
Okay.
You're gonna sit there and tell me that.
No, men do pretend.
Exactly. So a lot of men trap in women by presenting the guy that they know the woman wants, and then when they get her or whatever, then they switch up the script. Now she wants to. Now she's got enough self-respect to walk away, but when that happens repeatedly, because niggas be fake. And then she meets that guy, and then she's like, you know what? I don't want to do all of that.
Yeah, but
now you're saying, yeah, but you don't want to do that for me. But then, how many other guys have I done that for and it hasn't brought anything?
Keyword there was repeatedly. How much times have you not seen it though? Shouldn't you clock by now?
How do you clock if people are being fake with you?
Well, if it keeps happening, are you gullible or what?
No, I don't think that. I think for me, it speaks to a bigger issue of men pretending, of men lying. I don't think it's making poor decisions. Like there's women who will see something red first sign, they're out because again they've learned from other situations.
Yeah.
But it's a case where like people date, you get to know somebody. Sometimes some people even get married, then they know what a person is really like. Obviously, it works both men and women. Do you get what I mean? So unfortunately, it's just a card. It's just a hand that life deals you. Some people work out in the first boyfriend, and that's who they are with forever. Some people they're kissing 25 frogs. You just don't know.
Yeah. See the whole body count thing comes up.
I definitely mean body count. I just meant the frogs that you encounter.
I know, but I'm saying it. To kiss 25 frogs is still some kind of a count.
How would you know? You actually would never know. You just have to see in it. Trial and test.
It's crazy.
It's proper crazy.
This is the world we live in now.
This is the world we live in, but I think I prefer it today than how it was back then.
Why?
They didn't really have much of an option back then. And I don't like that.
There's always been options.
Nah, I feel like when I look back then, relationships back then, women were carrying last, and I don't like. It's not in my
Carrying what?
Carrying last. They didn't benefit much from relationships and stuff like that, so I'd rather not deal with that.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I do think it does depend on like what it is that you want. Ultimately, like I don't carry relationships and stuff like that on my head, like. So I'm fine to wait things out. Do you get me?
No, I hear that.
No, man. Put your best foot forward, ladies, man. There's still hope out there, man. There's good men.
Yeah, because sometimes people say that, like, oh, there's no good man. I'm like, oh, so maybe for you.
There's definitely good men.
My good man is
asked a
definitely
girl
out
if she's
there.
a freak, and she said, yeah, like for my man. Shut up, man.
So what?
Egypt.
Normal day. You're just blind.
Yeah, no, you're conservative.
You're not a
Chicken,
freak.
no
then.
seasening.
You're not a freak. You're not the kind of freak I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You're
when
Egypt.
you're a man, you get a peri-peri. You get all of it.
Only when you get a man, you put the seasoning on. Get the
Yeah.
hell out of here, man. Stop.
Why? Because I'm seasoned out.
Don't gaslight me.
Seasoned out.
I'm seasoned. I've
Go
been
to the shop and
seasoning
buy some
chicken
more.
up and down.
Then I make you my gal and I'm disappointed. What kind of freak is this? Bitch ain't no freak. She's just starving. She's just hungry. You know, she just love cocky. You talk about she a freak. Ain't no freak. Just love sex.
I'm actually screaming.
Nah, man. Put your best foot forward, ladies, man. There's hope.
Yeah, there's definitely hope. There's definitely good men out there, man.
I thought you were grabbing a sweet.
All right, so, well, I guess you guys is men's
Here we go.
hero or whoever, I don't know whatever you're going to call him. Father of 12, Nick Cannon.
Is he a hero?
Well, there's some men who look up to him
Why?
because they feel like this is what men are on earth to do. Just keep
Procreating.
planting your seed in women up and down, up and down, up and down.
He can afford them. I didn't mind, but I didn't know that it's because he thinks he's going to die or something.
Yeah, and
So that's why I
think that's unselfish.
I don't know about that.
I think it's very mad.
If he was going to stick around and be on it, I wouldn't.
I didn't know that.
Because he can afford it, innit? And if this is what these guys want to do, then
Yeah,
more power to them. But where he's not going to be here, I don't know.
it's a bit dark.
I didn't know that. I just found that out, which is sad in itself.
Yeah, he's got 12 kids, man. But yeah, so basically, he announced yesterday that he's got a show coming out which will be hosted by my fave, Kevin Hart. And the show is called Who's Having My Baby? And essentially, it's a TV show, right? And essentially, he's going to have women, obviously, auditioning, which I guess
This is banter.
guys like.
Now you're gonna have people pretending. So you're talking about men pretending.
all of
All
that.
right. Watch.
to have his baby. But it turned out anyway it was a prank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not doing that. They were so funny because they did a whole
Little sketch.
Sketch about it. It was
Yeah.
a whole thing. But no. So he's gonna have a show though. He's gonna have a show with Kevin, that is gonna be hosted by Kevin Hart. But we don't know what the show is about. It's just an upcoming project that they've got to be announced. I think he should have done that on April Fool's
I'm not
Day.
gonna lie though, women would have signed up to that.
Of course, absolutely. Because again, they just think of the money. There's women who have kids just for the money. I don't mind when they do that for rich men. It's when it's like a guy who doesn't like. When you do it for a bum, I just think that's poor decision making. That is poor decision making. Want better for you. Like I want better for you, sis. But I don't even think that's a fair exchange. I can't imagine like having a kid for the money. To be fair, they feel like an NBA player.
Exchange.
It's not a fair exchange. Kid for money. It's dead. Could do better than that. But I guess if it's yeah, man. But if he was actually doing a show like that, he definitely would have had it. Because obviously, again, he's got money. So some women would be like, I just have to take care of kids. You're a 24/7 nanny until the kid's 18. And if you get enough child support, you can just hire a nanny and you just carry on living your life. That'd be lit. But so he's got something coming up with Kevin Hart. I'll keep an eye on that. If it's something interesting, I will report on it.
Thank you.
But the man does know how to make money, boy. He's a businessman through and through. He really, really is.
Done well.
But that is all he really has. He really has done well. That's why I guess he really can afford these kids, boy. But that is all for me in terms of all of this. And let's get into woke or joke. All right. Woke or joke. What is this about? Are the Chinese up to something? Up to what? Oh, sorry. There was a prayer, I was like, up to what? So a couple of years ago, Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, went missing after criticizing the Chinese government. He was later found months later, and he's reportedly deciding to just lay low from now on. And a couple of weeks ago, Bao Fan, who apparently knows everything about all the top businesses in China, he's also a billionaire, went missing. No one knows where he is. His company told the world it didn't know where he was, and basically the stocks have crashed. So, the woke or joke about this today. So, woke or joke is a segment where, like, is there truth to it that makes it woke, or is this just some kind of conspiracy makes a joke?
Okay.
So, do we think the Chinese are up to something, and why are their billionaires going missing? Actually, wait. Let me start with the first guy here. The Alibaba founder. Do you believe that him going missing for all that time, and him coming and laying low is because some words were had. Or he's
What's
seen some-
Alibaba again?
AliExpress.
The thing online where
Yeah.
people order stuff.
I think it changed to AliExpress. It's like Amazon.
You can order anything on there,
Or
basically.
Chinese
type
Amazon.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely heard of it.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I was trying to think out what it was.
It's like an Amazon, but it's a Chinese one. It's got more stuff, I think.
So you say he disappeared for a couple of years,
Yeah.
but he came back though. So what are they trying to say? He just
No, he's a bit-
was teaching him a lesson.
No,
or
he was
something?
gone for a few months. But then when he came back, he was criticizing the Chinese government. But then he got for a few months, came back, and now he's laying low. Now he's got no criticisms to offer anymore.
Oh, no more.
Nothing else. He's now silent.
I mean, you can't really. Yeah, if you're in that part of the world and you're criticizing the Chinese government, they're gonna go on you at some point in time.
So apparently
Supposedly.
there was a story that probably has some truth in it. Alibaba, they make peas over peas over peas over peas. And normally in China's government normally owns all of these particular organizations that are raking in so much money. And I believe at the time, the founders or CEOs of Alibaba didn't want to basically hand over
The
any
company.
authority
China,
to
okay.
China.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't be running like that in China whilst it is
see?
Yeah, you
and
definitely
you're
can't. Boy.
Chinese. So the missing part of it,
Yeah,
they needed to sweeten them up a bit.
yeah. I do believe there's some kind of truth in there. Like literally, even down to who was it? There was the guy. Is it North Korea? What's the guy's name?
Kim
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, he had his brother assassinated or something like that because before he went into the line and all that, it was out of him and his brother. He took his brother out just like that. So that part of the world, they don't mess around.
They really don't.
You criticize a man,
You gotta go. Off with your head.
you gotta go. From time they only got 6 haircuts in the whole country. Allowed 6 haircuts.
Not 6, but I think it's 20 something.
No. It's 6. It's
26?
6. They're allowed 6 different haircuts.
All right.
Look
It
it up.
wouldn't suit you. Like, do you know how annoying that is?
Imagine.
Actually, to be fair, I think I would like that life.
Why?
Because, do you know what it is?
Sport for choice.
Yes. So I realized I spent a lot of time.
All right, so it's 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good medium.
Yeah,
That's
14.
Between 20
not
and
a
6.
good. I mean, that's not a good medium.
How many hairstyles do men really have in this society?
What do you mean? You guys, regardless though, you want to be able to like rock whatever hairstyle you want. No. Imagine being
Nah,
told
'cause-
you can't have this.
It used to be 30.
It used to be 30 and they
Yeah.
cut it
Yeah,
down.
maybe the,
Yeah,
the people are acting up.
Wow.
Maybe 6 in 5 years' time.
Wow.
They weren't
Yeah,
following
see?
instructions. I wonder what the punishment is if you don't do one of those hairstyles.
You go missing.
That's scary. Okay, so what do we think that the Chinese are up to anything with these missing billionaires?
I'm gonna say so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with yes. It
Depends
sounds
what
like there's
Brent
some truth
says.
in it.
It sounds
You
about China.
come back and all of a sudden you don't want no smoke and no one.
said
You just want
nothing.
to. I'm gonna lay low.
Do you think they're being tortured?
I wouldn't be surprised. Some kind of something to get them in line.
Dark hole.
It might not be torture like Guantanamo Bay or whatever, but some kind of something to get them
They
in
live in
line.
a hole.
How long's the Alibaba man been gone for?
No, he's back, but he's now.
A couple of weeks ago, he said he wasn't going for 2 months, for 2 weeks.
He was gone for 2 weeks.
Oh no,
He's not back.
Alibaba guy?
no,
No,
the Alibaba
I mean
guy.
the,
Sorry,
no,
the other
the
one.
Bao
Alpha guy.
fan.
The Bao fan. That's a different guy, no?
Yeah, he went missing 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah,
not
sorry,
back
not the
yet.
Alibaba guy. The Bao fan guy. How long's he been gone for?
Just 2 weeks now.
So do you reckon he'll come back?
Maybe depends.
Hope so.
Depends how they.
But the stocks have crashed and stuff. They could release him now because he's not making no
yeah,
money
they
anymore.
don't care.
Why would they even tell people? I wouldn't tell them, man.
That's crazy.
This might be woke, you know.
I think it's definitely work. I don't put nothing past those people.
Yeah.
Okay, are they deleting the... Okay, E-man.
That's like they deleted them.
They're not deleting them because they keep coming back.
No, but
Are they-
Bao fan might be deleted.
Still been 2 weeks,
I
so
hope not.
you might have a chance to come back.
Depends how much trouble he was causing before
There's
he
no
went.
point letting him go. The stocks, the place, the thing crashed.
Exactly, you might as well let him go because the money that they want, they can't get anyway. You might as well let him go.
No, because I think if they let him go, that's even proof that they've done it. If that makes sense. If they let him go now, it's crashed, then it's proof that they've done it.
Yeah,
I
but
bet
even
one
if
day
he
they
turns
did
up
it.
dead, they're gonna be like,
Y'all did that.
yeah,
Yeah, he'll just never turn up. He'll just disappear.
this is a no-win situation for them. I'm not gonna lie.
Do we think that they're trying to use their links? Are they trying to get them to use their links in the US and the rest of the world for China?
Yeah, they're always doing that though. That's a constant state of the Chinese government. Probably even the US government, to be honest.
Yeah, 'cause
Every
maybe
single powerhouse is doing the same thing.
Maybe part of the torturing here is that you have to write down everything that got you, how you, like where you got with the business. Or your affiliates, everything.
They want to scare them. They don't want to. I feel like they want to scare them. They don't necessarily delete them. If that makes sense.
It's never working, boy.
Yeah, they just want total control. So
Yeah.
Well, that was quick.
yes, woke.
So it's all woke, yeah? Everyone agrees woke?
I'm agreeing. I'm saying woke.
Nice. Let's get into our next headlines. Right. So the BBC documentary exposes cruel staff at hospital for vulnerable patients. A BBC documentary exposed the cruel and abusive attitudes of staff at a hospital for vulnerable patients, a court has heard. 9 workers were charged with a total of 27 offences after an undercover reporter filmed at Walton Hall near Barnard Castle, County Durham in 2019. Patients with learning disabilities were verbally abused and mocked by staff, Teesside Crown Court was told. The defendants, 6 men and 3 women, deny mistreating patients. The specialist hospital for people with complex needs, which has since closed, was privately run but funded by the NHS. The BBC sent reporter Olivia Davis to work at the unit for Panorama documentary. Some patients who were ill-treated had been detained at the 17-bed facility under the Mental Health Act, the court heard. Anne Richardson, prosecuting, said there was something of a culture of inappropriate behaviour within Walton Hall. I think I remember seeing that documentary. It was horrible. It was very inhumane.
I didn't see it.
It was so horrible.
I saw a clip from it, but I didn't actually see it.
Yeah. All right, our next headline, a sushi terror pranks outrage Japan as police make arrest. Japanese police have arrested 3 people over sushi terror, viral unhygienic pranks that are threatening the world-famous feature of sushi conveyor belts restaurants. Last month, a video of a man licking a soy sauce bottle on a sushi train went viral, sparking outrage. In the video, he can be seen rubbing saliva on passing dishes at a Kura Sushi restaurant branch. Since then, dozens of such videos have proliferated, sparking public concern. Several sushi train restaurants known as Kaiten Sushi in Japan have made public appeals for offenders to stop their food sabotage. But some eateries have even made the choice to stop operating their main attraction altogether, with sushi conveyor belts coming to a halt across the country. In Eastern Japan, the Sushimaru chain said it would stop using its conveyor belts altogether after a customer placed a cigarette butt in a jar of pickled ginger. Staff will now bring dishes to customers directly and only hand out condiments and sauces when they've taken their seats. Japan is renowned for its exacting cleanliness standards and culinary etiquette. So the sushi terrorism pranks have not only shocked millions around the country, but also led to falls in share prices of companies like the Sushiro chain. And our last headline is snow and travel delays expected amid cold snap. Heavy snow and travel disruption expected across central and northern England. Amber warning in place across the Peak District, Leeds, the Yorkshire Dales, and the North Pennines. Much of the region is expected to get 10 to 20 centimetres of snow, with up to 40 centimetres in parts. The Met Police has also said that strong winds will bring blizzard conditions. A level 3 cold alert has been issued by the UK Health Security Agency for the whole of England. People in the worst affected areas are being advised to work from home if possible. The bitter conditions are expected to persist until the weekend. I hope all of this means that we have a very, very hot summer.
Did you say heavy snow?
Yeah, but I think it's more like the northern people. Because we've just had rain. We had snow yesterday morning and then it's just been raining ever since. So I think it's more like the north, up north and stuff. But I do hope that we have a very, very hot summer. I'm talking 35 degrees and stuff. I want all of it. But all that being said, let's get into reaction.
You fake.
Do you want the people to see it?
No. I just want you to see it, and you can. See what I mean?
Cool.
You tell me what you think. I think it's fake, but it's America, so anything's possible.
All right. Well, here's Esther's favourite part. Oh shit.
I'll be dying for it.
As we getting up here.
Yeah. So,
Dying for it.
Esther's favourite part of the show.
That's right.
The reaction.
Let's do it.
Let's react.
Let's
Missed the
react.
Champions League yesterday. Paris Saint-Germain are out. They went crashing out. 3-0 in aggregate. They lost 2-0 at home to Bayern Munich. Messi's gone and Spurs are out. I guess the Arsenal fans are loving that.
Trust me.
0-0 at home. AC Milan. There's only 1-0 in aggregate. Couldn't get it done. I didn't even see the game. You see
They
it?
had one shot on target, and that came after 85th minute.
No chance. At home.
Yeah,
Did they get booed off?
I can't remember. I was
Oh,
watching-
the full-time whistle was met by loud boos from the home supporters. Of course it
Yeah,
was.
Conte's gone, man. It's
Well,
contract.
he's been talking about the contract and getting out of there and stuff like that.
He's
Yeah,
not
so
signing.
it's looking like it was possible, and I think they want him at home as well. I think Roma potentially. What's that club I heard?
I wouldn't be surprised. What? Not back to Inter, no?
Juve maybe? Or they got the
Probably.
rights?
Juve have been playing terrible.
Did they get the deduction? Are they going to get dropped or something? Something happened to them?
Yeah, they had something about.
I can't even remember.
I don't know if it was match fixing.
But the chances are Conte could go though, innit?
He's not. I'll be surprised if he stays towards the end of the season.
Does it seem? Do you feel like he's not like applying himself?
I don't think he wants to be there.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think it's like he's showing though? Do you feel like he's not
Okay,
applying
I'll give you
himself?
an
Like he's not.
example, Yeah. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, got sent off Romero, whatever his name is, and then
They got a man down.
Yeah, but that was like he got like an early yellow, like 15 minutes, and then I think he got sent off in the 75th. And then basically they're saying that instead of like going for it, he brought on another. He took off
Kovalevsky.
Yeah, and he brought on a defender. That's like the 75th minute. In and around that time, remember they're only 1-0 down.
They need to win, so you've got to go for the game, innit? There's no point.
Exactly. So why would you? Do you know what I mean? That's a proper super negative. You know, considering that they're 1-0 down, they're at home. You know, they ain't really had a sniff. They weren't playing well. Nothing. I don't know. Man. They're saying they get rid of him now, bring in Pochettino to the end of the season, let him work out what he wants or who he wants to, keep in the squad, and then go from there.
What do you think of that Poch back at Spurs?
It'll be a good move. So I think the players are. I want to say the players are better from what he had. No, the squad. Overall, they're missing Ericsson. They're missing Modric. Okay, cool.
Dembele, he had.
Yeah,
Did he have Dembele? Then obviously he's got Kane
it's
firing.
still a decent squad.
Was Alderweireld there?
Yeah, it was. Vertonghen was there.
I don't know if it's better. Or
No,
what.
okay, it's not better. It's still decent. It's
Yeah, down
decent.
to Spurs,
Yeah,
got
it's
decent players. Yeah.
But again, look, you have to look, for example, Chad Spence hasn't kicked a stone.
But Conte didn't want him.
But
Where's he gone now? Hoffenheim or something stupid like that?
No, he's on Rennes.
Rennes?
He's in front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rennes.
but he
Yeah,
could,
it's Rennes.
but
yeah.
he can play though. That's what I'm saying. Conte didn't want him because he don't want him. He don't
Killed
want to play
him.
him.
We just didn't buy him, innit? It's not my... Yeah, they killed him, though. Killed him.
Do you know what I mean? So players like that will play instantly, but... Yeah.
All right. Last bit of sports news. They're saying Carl Walker is going to be investigated for indecent exposure. They said there's a video going around online. Have you seen it?
I was watching TalkSport this morning and they were talking about basically, supposedly, he's like...
Where's Jack out or something?
Yeah, and he's drunk and all that, and his just behaviour is X, Y, Z. And they're saying, look, man, this guy's an experienced international at 32. He should not be doing X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying, brother, the guy's just human, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
not that
it doesn't matter if you're
excuse.
human. Indecently exposing yourself in a bar.
No, not
Being
that.
human is not like... That's not the...
I'm not saying.
Come on, man. The
I'm
guy's
not-
human, man. He's
Ma-
getting his dicks out. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm not saying. I'm not trying to make an excuse for the guy, innit? But I'm saying that every now and then people let their hair down, maybe in the wrong places, in the wrong settings.
You let your hair down. The problem is letting your dick down
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
bar.
You
Do you know what I mean?
That's what the problem
your
People
hair
is.
down.
record.
is
That's what I'm saying.
well and
People
good.
record everything now.
You let
Imagine
your
that.
dick down?
You're in the bar.
That's a crime.
That's a
Yeah,
crime,
do you know what I
innit?
mean, nah, but they're saying the picture's kind of, the video's kind of hazy, so they don't know if it's his balls or is he showing someone a tattoo. They don't know, but they know he's drunk. I don't know, man. I'm not making excuses for the guy. So
Latest news in Man United owners, the Glazers are considered taking club off the market to cash in on fan base.
cashing on.
I can see that. I told you that. I reported that was a possibility.
Yeah,
It's not good news for
I
you
don't
guys.
even know what that means. Cashing on.
It's not the worst news in the world, man. Their transfer policy ain't been that bad. I told you, I want, even though I would want them gone, I wouldn't mind it. They've been spending, even though they've been taking out dividends, they've still spent. You get what I'm trying to say? So if there's someone that's going to invest here, give us a new £2 billion stadium and give us money for the infrastructure and give us money to spend, then it's just more of the same anyway. And I've told you, I'm not the bus driver. I'm not taking it home, man. As long as we're winning and shit, I don't give a fuck. But probably be better if they were gone. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, whatever, man. We'll see. I told you this I told you this weeks ago. That is potentially could happen.
Maybe there'll be developments. I've just got the news in.
No, I don't know what you're happy about it for. We still got major investment. Major investment, Brent. Do you know that? Do you know what that means? Like, if they do stay, it's because they received major investment. So you ain't got nothing to smile about over
That's
there, kiddie.
Major key.
Yeah? Get your money up, not your funny up. So yeah, him indecent himself, Man City and Walker have both declined to comment. So that is it, and that is the end of our sports news. We've got games today, actually. Europa League, United got Betis. Who's Arsenal got, Brent?
Lisbon.
As long as they lose.
All right, so we'll look forward to that. So tomorrow's reaction should be interesting either way. Oh,
think
it could be
Arsenal beat them,
played.
man.
It could be boring. It could be straightforward and simple.
I think Arsenal will beat them, though, man. They'll probably go full strength. Or they might chop and change and...
They probably won't go full strength. I think, speaking to all the Arsenal fans, they're definitely prioritising the league.
Sporting
I don't
Lisbon,
think they'll
man.
go full set strength. Maybe semi-finals against a decent team, yeah. But I don't think they will.
Jesus is back in full training.
So what, is he starting tonight?
I don't know.
Might get a young 15 minutes.
Europa League, yeah. Maybe bring him back in the Europa League. It's going to mess you up, man. It's going to change everything.
You reckon? How so?
Because they're playing good without him.
As in, like, the dynamics. What do you mean it's going to mess up?
You shouldn't ask him to explain his hot takes.
Hot takes.
He flounders. Please explain how us having Jesus back is going to mess us up. Try.
Nope, don't want to do it.
No, go on. Just
wait
give
and
me
see,
5%. No?
Well, they can keep the club's money for themselves if they're spending it. I don't give a shit. I don't own the club. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't own the club. So if we get a new stadium and we got players and thing, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Got to take the rough with the smooth.
Hello.
Hello. Let's get to that air, please.
Thank you.
So today's done at here is... This is a horrible story that I didn't even have a chance to read, but I came across it and I was like, this is pretty sad. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is definitely pretty sad. So there's a music manager, 32, was stabbed to death, Emmanuel Odolami. But apparently it was for his watch.
Oh, yeah.
It was 300 bags watch, you get me, of celebrating his birthday and all that, yeah. But even in this headline now, what they're saying is like, the watch could have even potentially have been fake. Like, which is...
What a spin.
Worse.
What a spin, boy.
Yeah, lost his life for that.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Like, it's a Patek that he had on, and it's just like... My thing is, it's just like, just the unnecessary loss of life is just always... It's just always so sad. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just so hard. People are moving like people can't have nice things or whatever like that. And then like, a man's trying to make something of himself. It's not like he's some road man. He's a legit man. He's doing his things, and you want to stab people and take their things and then kill them. And then come to find out that's potentially not even real and it wasn't even worth it. It's just all a waste of life, like all round. It's just so horrible and disappointing. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, but it speaks to like certain things that people are saying, like in London and that. Like, do you think it's like it's a bad thing that people? Do you think people can have nice things?
No.
I think you can have nice things. The problem is the green air and envy, and you know, obviously, I don't want to say the cost of living crisis, no, because this has been happening long before that. But again, you have nice things. At some point in time, someone's going to start watching you.
So I knew someone who used to have lots of watches and that, yeah,
Mm.
and they used to have fake replica watches, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
good ones, yeah.
Yeah.
and he'll say this. He's like, Mark, this is a replica.
Yeah, I've heard man say this as well. Yeah.
And I'm saying, right, is that you're moving? And he's like, is that what all your joints fake? He's like, no, I've got the exact real one at home.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't wear the real one.
Yeah, he's saying the real one. I've got it at home.
Yeah,
like I got the exact replica here. This one's fake kind of thing.
Mm.
And I was thinking, what's the logic behind that? Just in case anything happens.
Basically,
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you see a story like this, and then it's like, if you're still gonna be a thing and then you're gonna get stabbed, you might as well just get
hand over.
Not like that, but I'm saying you might as well get a thing for the real one. Like getting it for the fake one.
Bro,
is
but
like,
that's what I'm saying. We don't know the ins and out. Like obviously.
No, I'm not talking about this case particularly, but I'm just saying the
okay.
mindset of people just not being able to have nothing. A man just want to take people's things and just and like if you're gonna rob someone, then you're gonna rob them. All right, cool, rob them. Like if your plan wasn't to kill them, why is this person dead? Like you ain't even focusing on what you're doing. Like if your plan's to rob someone and rob them, why are people dying for? Because you want their things? Because you're just so red eye, like you're just so jealous and envy that you want people's things that you can't afford to get for yourself. That why is man dead for like his watch? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
It's sad, man.
It's ridiculous, man. People are just stupid, man. Like, I'll be honest with you, man. I saw this story, it just annoyed me, man. It's sad.
It does. That is, as you just goes back to your question, innit? Can you actually even have nice things? Because
I think, you can have whatever you want to have, innit?
But
it's whether people will allow you to have nice things. That's another conversation.
That's ridiculous, though.
When I saw it yesterday, there was like a thread or whatever, and there's someone like, there's people in the comments like, oh, you shouldn't, like, people basically shouldn't wear your things. And people are like, yeah, but how can you work hard and not be able to wear what you want to wear? Because
you shouldn't.
I mean?
That's ridiculous, man.
But I think you can rob people without having to kill them.
Like, or just not rob the person and go get your own.
Yeah, definitely,
you know what I mean?
definitely the better route. But I don't think I'm gonna appeal to their hearts. That
No,
way.
but you know, like when people
true.
in the comments come, that's the thing about keyboard warriors as well. It's like they have so much to say, and it's like, come on, man. If you've never been in that position, then you're not really gonna understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, that it's a loss of a life over something that
whole
could potentially be fake anyway. So it's like you're gonna go do 25 to 30 for what?
Yeah. Because even if it was real, it was already pathetic. But if it's fake as well, it's like, what was that for? Like to actually, and I feel like, do you know, I really don't think people actually know what life is.
No, they don't.
People don't actually deep that it's one life, you know.
Too precious. It's very fleeting, and people don't get it, man. Very fleeting, people don't get it at all.
You take that from somebody for a watch. You could actually just rob the guy.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think this is ever gonna work, but I'm gonna say this here. If you got a watch on and someone comes to rob you, just tell them you can take the watch, but just so you know it's fake. You know, and see if they. No, I know, but see, they might think about it for a second. Innit? Like they might not stab you. They might want to fight you, whatever, but they might not take the watch.
No, but if they got anger issues, they really blow your head off.
What do you mean it's fake? How do I? Like,
a lot of the problem is not a lot of people are getting jammed up nowadays. Because if they was getting jammed up, like or stuck up or something like that, then there's a conversation to have, or you can whatever. A lot of the problem is a lot of these guys are going out there to rob you, but then like their first interaction is violence. Is aggression before you've even had a conversation.
Before you even know what they want from you.
Before you even know what they want. There's like they don't even gave you the chance to give you this peacefully. They haven't had they ain't jammed you up. They've just led with. Boom. You get what I'm trying to say?
And then take after facts. That's sad, man.
You gotta stay focused, man. But yeah, I saw this story, man. It definitely upset me, man. It's sad news, man. R.I.P. Emmanuel. And the perpetrators are definitely done it here, man. I don't know. I haven't even read the story to see whether anybody's been arrested.
You don't really have to.
Or anything. I don't know what's happening, but I just saw it and I just wanted to highlight it. I think it's sad, man. These youths are pieces of shit, man. But what can you do, man? Let's get into the outro.
All right, people. Thank you for tuning in, as you always do. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, to all that great stuff. Did you have a nice time with us again today?
I always have a nice time with you guys. Come on, I just wanted to make a quick announcement as well. I have a little segment coming out.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's called the Richard King Show. It's not even really long, really and truly. It's like maybe 15 to 25 minutes.
Where's that dropping? Where?
We're gonna drop it on Instagram and Spotify and YouTube and shot here, truly here, and yeah, it's gonna.
That's sick. When's the first one out?
I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'm probably gonna say maybe 2 weeks. I'll start letting them go from there and all that. So it should be, it's lighthearted. Just me and my guy King. We're just chopping it up. It's just again quick snippets and all that. It's nothing too long, and nothing too drawn out. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy it once you hear it. And
Look
yeah.
forward to that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. You know how your social media says styling? Do you like?
So I used
fashion?
to mess with clothes a lot, basically.
Yeah, because you
and
dress really nice.
I try.
The
Thank
color
you.
coordination today, I said okay.
You know what it is as well. My one of my things about just clothes is I like to be presentable no matter where I go. But especially if it's raining, I don't like to wear dark clothes like all you guys
So I'm a
have on
black
now.
warrior.
No shade and all that, because obviously the way we grew up, it was
Yeah.
black tracksuits, grey tracksuits, maybe
Yeah.
dark blue navy tracksuits,
Yeah.
and then I started getting a bit more of a color palette. So you know that's how my Instagram started. But obviously it's done other things from them. But again, when it's raining like today, I like to brighten up my day.
No, you definitely brighten up the day because
You know.
I'm blacked out, boy.
Yeah,
I'm a black warrior.
don't get me wrong. There'll be days where like I'll wear black. I don't know, Memorial or something,
Yeah.
whatever. But I try to stick to colors and yeah.
That's
kind of
good,
thing.
man. Light in the world. See,
I'm
This is the light we're
trying.
talking
There's
about.
light in the world. You got to bring. What do they say? Be the change you want to see.
Be the change you want
There
to
you
see.
go.
Be the light you want to
There
see.
you go. The light bringer.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, follow us on our social media platforms. The day after TNB. This episode stays up when we're done. So kindly drop it on your timeline, drop in your group chats, do all that great stuff. If you want to send voice notes, text in for your dilemmas. Also the number to call while we're live on air. The number is 075 64841073. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.